So, what is up, people? What is everybody up to? You know, it's 11:30, almost close to 11:30 on a, I believe it's Friday night. So, but anyways, let's see who is actually up. Let me see. Guru Lisa, join my OnlyFans at Guru Lisa. Smelly farts, free pictures. Okay, is that real, like Guru Lisa, or, not sure exactly what we're doing there. So, anyways, let me see. What am I doing here? I'm like totally confused. Where am I at? Totally lost. Let me adjust my windows here. See, this is the reason why, it seems like I don't, stream that often. So I'm kind of, going, where the fuck am I? Oh, my God, Let me take a sip of my beer there. Where the fuck was I at? So, but anyways, in the headroom I was at, I was kind of doing this thing where I was I was kind of being nostalgic, actually, is what I was doing. Let me see. No Last Christmas or Paul McCartney? No. She said no. Okay, no Christmas music as long as it's just you, right? Is that what you're going to say? Only one viewer. Jesus Christ. This is depressing. So I'm assuming, for a Friday night, everyone is off everywhere else besides here. So people don't love me. Okay, now there's two viewers. So Guru Lee said, No Last Christmas or Paul McCartney. Okay, guess not. So anyways, what I was going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and show this. Let me see. It's kind of like the mode I was in right now. Or the mode I was in, so.
Performance from 1982, here's Barry Manilow.
These were kind of making me sad this evening. I was watching a lot of, Dick Clark's Rocket New Year's Eve. Kind of remembering the old times when I was young. And my mother used to do this thing where she would have parties every year. I guess she would, well, not really parties. She would have a few friends over and they would sit around, get drunk, talk shit, whatever it was. And they would do this for New Year's Eve, right? And but it was kind of like this thing where they would sit around and they would sit there and they would exchange all these different conversations about how they thought the next year was going to be great. Whether it be in their job or their relationships, whatever it may be. So this song I relate to, or I connect it to, being something that's positive. The new year is something that people you're looking forward to, next year is going to be better than the last. And so that's where I'm at with this song, So I was listening to this earlier, while Lisa was doing her stream, and I was kind of wow, I really hope next year is better than the last. Not that last year was that bad, regardless of what was going on in the White House, government, blah, blah, whatever. For the most part, it was a good year, as far as, work and family and relationships. It was a good year. Hey, how you doing, Loser List? It was a good year, It's one of those things where it is what you make it, but, yeah. So hopefully this New Year's Eve, 2026 is a good year. And I hope that all of my followers, whoever does sub me, whoever does come and watch me, I hope that they do have a good New Year, I'm hoping you do. And YouTube, let me spread a little bit of positivity. Don't go ahead and shut me down because Barry Manilow's up here. Come on now. Come on, you fucking greedy bastards. Let me spread a little bit of positivity, And sometimes to spread a little bit of positivity, we need to be able to show some video clips, share a little bit of music. It happens, But don't think that they care. But look at that hair. Oh my God. Barry Manilow has that great hair. How are you doing, DJ Trisham? She said, I will be sending out my Christmas mix. And you know what? I need to send you something back. I have been like such a horrible person on not reciprocating on people who send me things. I need to send you something, DJ Trisham. Same thing with Dave Hopfrog and his wife. I have not sent them anything. Past couple of years, they have sent me cookies. I need to reciprocate. This will be the year of reciprocation. I will send them something. Let me see. Greeley said, bastards, let him spread Christmas cheers. That's what I'm saying, Come on now. I'm doing good. I'm just sitting here watching the raccoons in my backyard. Hey, as long as you're not killing them, right? As long as you're not killing them, that's a good thing, right? So, what I'm going to do is, I don't know how Lisa's feeling about like 11:30 on a Friday evening. I'm going to go ahead and send out the link and see if Lisa wants to come up, possibly, and join me. Let me see. I know she just did a whole stream herself. So there you go, Lisa. If you want to go ahead and come on up. Since me and Lisa will, in January 2026, we're going to go back to the old format, which is me and Lisa doing these streams where we go ahead and we play a record on a turntable. And we play music and conversate. Just me and Lisa. And it's going to be called The Spin Room with Dusty Spins and Groovy Lisa. So it should be interesting because we know how Lisa's like the oregano and the garlic seasoning to my steak. I guess you can say something like that. So something like that. Let me see. Okay, I will be on soon. Let me find. Can't see what. You can just go ahead and come on as a avatar. Because I know you're like kind of like, oh goodness, there she is.
Can you see Loser's comments? I can't see his comments.
I see one here. Last one I saw was.
Because I did not block him. I don't think I blocked him.
Okay.
Or maybe my fat fingers might have accidentally blocked somebody because I was on my phone when I streamed. So I'll have to check later.
Go.
I'll have to check later because I did not block him. I don't think so.
Let me see here. What else was I looking at? I was just like going over some of these like old
You're bringing nostalgia back to me because as a kid, every year I would watch the Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve. That was my thing. I would watch it every year, and oh my God.
Right. That's what I was doing. I think this evening was like when you were doing your stream.
Yeah.
I was like, paying attention to your stream, of course, because that's, I always pay attention to my friends' streams, yours, Paulina's, whoever's. But I was like doing a thing where I was having a couple of beers, and we already know what happens. I have a couple of IPAs. Voodoo Ranger.
I know.
Okay.
I know how you get.
Let me go ahead and do it right here while I'm here real quick. Voodoo Ranger, totally freaking sponsored. There you go. But no, so I was having a couple of beers and I was watching some for some reason, I don't know why I was watching Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve videos. Yeah. And I was kind of like, oh my God, I was watching some of the old ones. And I was like going, okay, I was going 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. For whatever reason it may be. And I was kind of like going, wow, it's like, you think about it. And it's like every year, as I'm typing here, you kind of like go like, wow. Every year when you watch that show, you have like these great freaking, what's the best way to like say it? You have these great freaking expectations for the new year, The new year is going to be great. next year is going to be great. We're going to do this. We're going to do that, blah, 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 and,
Yeah, next year I hope 2026 turns out to be great, because I'm like 2026. I'm already thinking about it. I'm like, dude, I'm going to be 44 in 2026. And I was like, wow.
Loserless, we can totally see your comments. I can totally see them.
Oh, then I know I checked. I subscribed to him. I didn't realize I was not subscribed to you. So I rectified that. Because I'm subscribed to so many channels on YouTube, and it's crazy what I'm subscribed to. I'm like, half the channels that I'm subscribed to, I don't even watch. But I'm just like, I'm subscribed to a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Right now, it's like what I've been watching the most, like my most watched channel right now is this one true crime channel that I found called Truly Criminal. So I've been watching a lot of they're based out of the UK, and it's just very informative. No, but it's just very informative, and I like the way she talks. It's kind of weird. I know it's kind of weird. But, there's certain people. Do you ever watch certain people because you like the way they talk on camera?
Yes.
You just really enjoy them. They can put you to sleep. Well, I've been put to sleep a few times by her show. Not in a bad way.
I was watching this, it was like 1985. It was like 85. I'm trying to think, I was like 13 years old. First year that I was a teenager, it was a great year, I think. I was like hitting puberty. Everything was just like positive.
Yeah, 85 was a good year. Oh my God. Why shouldn't I have been old enough to watch that? Damn it. Why did I
what's so funny is my uncle, for my birthday that year, had bought me tickets to see them. So I got to see them on the tour.
Wow.
For Songs for the Big Chair, which was actually this tour, 85.
Where was your uncle when I needed him? Because, man, my uncle didn't invite me to cool stuff. You know what my uncles would have probably invited me to? They were all into that Euro pop. Sorry, Paulina, but yeah, my relatives didn't have good taste.
Right.
Yeah. My aunt loved the Euro pop of the 80s. That's what she ever listened to.
Yeah, my uncle bought me in 84. Actually, this is 85. In 84, he bought us tickets to go see the Jacksons. So me, my cousin Ernie, and my cousin Chris, we went to go see the Jacksons on the Victory Tour. So that was at Dodger Stadium. So this year, I'm trying to remember when we saw Tears for Fears, but we had seen them on this tour, and it was me and my cousin Chris, because me and my cousin Chris were very into Tears for Fears. And I don't know if it was someone that he worked with that he was able to get tickets through, but he got us tickets for this freaking tour, so we were able to see them for this tour. So
let me put this on the charger real quick.
Because you have to think, at this time, Tears for Fears was very, very commercial at this time.
I mean, that album, Songs from the Big Chair, was it was like their breakout album.
Yeah.
That's the album that got everybody into them. I mean, I wish I was, old enough in the 80s to get into them, but I got into them in the 90s when I was like in high school.
Well, yeah, this was like, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. This was like the total breakthrough album.
Shout.
Right here.
Yeah. Good. I mean, when you think about it, this is a very nostalgic song. The video is, interesting. You have him in the library. He's trying to get this girl to like him.
I think the reason why I went on a total kick, actually, about the whole Dick Clark thing was before I went to go see these videos, I was watching. I was trying to find American Bandstand, the 33 1/3 anniversary special, and I think I've mentioned it before in other streams that I've been trying to find the 33 1/3 anniversary special, and I've never been able to find it. And he went to like have it on VHS or have a video file of it.
Yeah.
And finally, I think it was tonight, I sent out not an email, a message to someone who had put out I think it was like tidbit of commercials or whatever it may be. It was commercials from that special. And somebody else had put into the messages. Oh, I'm sorry. Where am I at? Am I there? Okay. They had put to the messages. Okay. Stop screaming. Sorry. They had put to the messages. They had said, would really like to see the rest of this. Blah, blah, blah. I've been looking for it for years. And the guy said, well, the only reason why I don't upload is because of copyright, blah, 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 whatever. So that was like a year ago. And I turned around, I messaged the person through YouTube. And I said, hey, it's like, I have been looking for this special for years. No one has uploaded on YouTube. I said every other, anniversary special from American Bandstand has been uploaded, except for this one, the 33 and a third. So I told him, I said, I'm willing to spend upwards of $100 to have an MP4, a decent MP4 version, And I was kind of whatever. Very surprised that from an upload a year ago, he messaged me tonight.
Wow.
And he was like, oh, you're willing to pay $100? I was like, easily. And he's all, let me go ahead and get a hold of you tomorrow morning and see if I still have the files.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll be able to work something out for it. I was like, dude, totally. You send me an MP4. I don't even care if it's 360, 480p. Do not care.
Yeah.
I want it. I can't find it anywhere else. I'm like, just send it to me, whatever it may be. But
make a kid's dream come true on Christmas.
Yeah, make a fat kid's dream come true. That would make my total Christmas. It really would.
I mean, make a wish.
Mm-hmm. There was one other special. I had they're not exactly great specials. I mean, they're probably fucking what we consider straight up horrible specials. There was another one that was around the same time. Patti LaBelle had done a special that was done on Thanksgiving, I think maybe of the same year.
Wow.
Or if not the year before. It was the Patti LaBelle TV special, blah, blah, whatever. And, but my mother had recorded off of, TV, and she played it over and over again. My mother loved Patti LaBelle. So that special for me was totally my childhood. I loved it, And I finally came across someone on YouTube who had uploaded the whole special. It was Patti LaBelle with Luther Vandross.
Oh, Luther Vandross.
Yeah. Cyndi Lauper and some other people. It's called the Patti LaBelle whatever special. I don't know if it was a Thanksgiving special, whatever it may be. But my mom loved it. And she played it over and over again on this VHS that she wore out,
Yeah.
So I was trying to get a hold of it because where else are you going to get it? It was only a 30, 40-minute special they played on NBC in 1985 or 86, on TV. So somebody else had uploaded it on freaking YouTube and I was able to download it, And I remember telling that person, I was like, I'm so grateful you put this up. And he was like, well, maybe I might be able to get a little bit, better quality, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I would love it, blah, blah, blah. And he said, I think I gave him my email and whatever. And he sent me a DVD, which was a 480p version of it or whatever, So yeah, dreams do come true, people. Dreams do come true.
I mean, Cinderella sang a song about it.
Uh-huh.
Cinderella.
They do come true, I think I'm just on one of those nostalgia kicks this evening,
I mean, I feel you. I was going on an afternoon special kick a while back. I was watching all those afternoon special shows.
Yeah.
So, we have kicks that we go on where we'll all watch things from when we grew up. I have a kick. I have times when I'll watch things from the 80s, especially the late 80s, because I do remember that more. I remember a lot of the things that my parents had recorded me. I remember one time my dad on VHS. My dad recorded me the Muppets take over Manhattan. He recorded for me on VHS, and I was like so happy. I was about 7. I was like, shit,
Yes.
this is great. This is fantastic. Because guess who my favorite Muppets character was?
I'm going to say animal.
No, it was Fuzzy Bear. I love
Yo.
Fuzzy Bear. He was cool, man. Fuzzy Bear didn't give a shit.
Waka, 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 waka.
Although Animal
Yeah.
is pretty cool too. Animal doesn't give a shit either.
Mm-hmm.
I like Animal because he is the greatest drummer of all time. Who cares about John Bonham?
So, anyways, I will announce to everybody who is watching 2026, me and Lisa will start the SpinRoom, which is going to be completely different now, I think, from like what we've been doing before.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be vinyl spin, stuff like that, with just me and Lisa going ahead and conversating between the two of us while playing records, you know.
Yep. You never know what we're going to play. We're going to play some good shit.
Never know. Yeah. We might go out and like find like Barry Manilow and decide that we're going to come home.
Yeah.
And spin Barry Manilow on the turntable. So
you never know. We might also play some 10cc's. You never know.
It could be. The turntable is like, it does not have a limit to what may be spun on it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you never know, people. Tune in. You might hear some Bay City Rollers. Tune in.
Could be. I mean, but being that we say that the turntable does not have a limit to it, there's going to be times where you're going to be like, oh my God, they are playing some shit.
I mean, as long as you're not playing Shakira, Hips Don't Lie. Oh, I hate that song. I hate the fuck out of that song. I'm sorry.
That would never happen. But I'm just saying, like, you know, it's like it's kind of like, you know, you never know what we'll play. You know,
you never know.
Never know.
You might hear some Kenny Loggins, might hear some Waylon Jennings. Never know.
Yeah, Kenny Loggins and Waylon Jennings. I'll be perfectly honest. Could happen.
It
could happen.
Might hear "Can't Slow Us Down" by Lionel Richie, because you know Lionel Richie be doing that for some people.
I do promise. What we are going to do is right now I am in the process of actually working it out, where we are going to have a turntable like we have had in the past. I'm going to be working out the CD player also, and they're all going to have separate cameras, so we can go ahead and put them in there and play them. You know, you never know. We may play CD, you know, vinyl, whatever it may be. You know.
Yep.
And if we're playing something you don't like, you know, feel free to go ahead and leave. You know, and come back later.
We can't please everybody.
You do like, yeah. You know, come back later. You know, I think our stream is going to become like the weather. You know, if you don't like how it is, you know, come back 15, 20 minutes later and you might like what's going on, you know.
Yeah.
If it's raining, you might be like, oh my God, it's raining. I hate this. Let me check back at 20 minutes.
You can't please everybody. Okay. You can't please everybody. I mean, there are some weeks where people are going to be like scratching their head and be like, what the heck is this? But I can guarantee you one thing, guys. Under no circumstances will we ever play Machine Gun Kelly. No.
Oh, that's facts. No, that'll never happen.
No, I don't like Machine Gun Kelly. And I just don't get, like, there are certain artists that I never ever will ever play. Machine Gun Kelly's one of them.
Yeah.
I'm not into a lot of the bad wannabe rockers.
Well, I mean, the way that I see it is, you may hear My Chemical Romance, you may hear Iron Maiden, you may hear Kiss, you may hear Metallica, you may hear the White Stripes, you may hear Fall Out Boy, you may hear 21 Pilots, Rob Zombie.
How about some?
All those things you may hear.
How about some like Pierce the Veil?
You may hear Pierce the Veil. You may hear a lot of different things, but this is the thing I'm saying is that, you know, what we do play, if you're not down with it, you know, let the record play, and the next thing we hear, we play, you may like, you know.
I mean,
So it's like,
are you gonna play Tim's favorite,
Tim's favorite. I'm sorry, what are you saying?
Michael McDonald?
It may happen. It may happen if I'm in the mood and I'm so inclined to. It's like, but the thing is, I'm trying to keep it where it's like, it may 1 minute maybe Michael McDonald, then Panic at the Disco, and then
Yeah,
Weezer, and then The Cure, then Morrissey. It's going to go all over the place. It's going to be
yeah.
very eclectic. So,
You never know.
hmm
You might even hear some indie music too, because your girl here does like some indie.
yeah. So I'm kind of letting it it's all going to hang out. So it's like, it's going
Yep.
to go up and down. I'm expecting the views to go up and down. People are going to be, disagreeing with it. They may like it. They may not like it. It is what it is.
I just say you can't please everybody, but sometimes you got to do
Mm-hmm.
what you like and not think about, oh, I got to please everybody, because at the end of the day, people who
Mm-hmm.
love your streams, they'll stick with you regardless of what you do, because they
Well,
love you as a
no. The thing
person.
that I realize is that, in order to have a stream, you have to be yourself.
You have to be your authentic
Yeah,
self.
you have to be your authentic self, or people walk away. I mean, you can't kind of conform to what everybody else wants to be.
I mean, you
That's
can't come
what it
across
is,
fake,
so.
that's for sure. You can't, come across as
Hmm.
fake, because people don't
Yeah,
want to see
definitely
that.
not. Yeah, definitely not. So.
No, I used to, I at one time or a few times dabbled in the record streams, trying to do them. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, they
Yes.
do require you to pre-pick a record ahead of time and think
Mm-hmm.
about what you played. I think one time I did a stream and I played the Black Keys. The Black
Yes.
Keys are pretty good. I mean,
Uh
if you
huh.
guys like you like indie rock, blues. I mean, there's a lot that you can play, and I think it's good to show people that
Okay.
there is
Just want
more.
to be right back.
There is more beyond the 60s and the 70s. There is more. Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. That was quick.
Okay, let's see.
Let's see what we. Hello. Hello,
Hey, what
Tim.
is up, Tim?
Hello, Timmy
Tim
Tim.
saying hello, late nighters. Yeah, we're just chilling out for a little bit there.
Hello, Tim
Let me see.
Tam.
Let me play something that
I'm
might
going to call
be.
you Tim Tam. If you don't know what Tim Tam is, it's a cookie that they have in Australia. Tim Tams.
Okay,
You
there you
don't have
go.
them out here. It's like a chocolate cookie. It's supposed to be really good. Australian people swear by it.
Okay. Let me see here. Let me see if I can do this here. Hold on a moment. Okay, let me see.
So
It's gonna
tune
go.
in,
Let me
guys, to
do it.
2026, because there'll be some good shit going on. You never know what you're going to get, but tune
Okay.
in.
Can you hear that?
Yep. Even My Chemical Romance can't get me to really like this song. And I have the album too.
You know what? That is like one of the things that kills my streams, and that's the reason I had people ask me why don't you keep your streams up? I'm like, because I play music. They totally kill it, so I
Yeah,
can't
you
keep them.
can't
I
keep
have
them
to
up.
kill them. I got to keep them down. I got to take them down. So
Yeah.
Lisa's, I love it.
I mean, I like My Chemical Romance. I've been a fan of theirs since their very first album. 2005
There you go.
me loved My Chemical Romance.
Uh huh.
I remember the first time I heard My Chemical Romance. They had that song, I'm Not Okay.
Uh-huh.
And me and my sister used to always play that song. We were really into it. But yeah, I've been a fan for a long time of My Chemical Romance.
Yes.
I mean, I even tried to watch that series that Gerard Way did for Netflix called Umbrella Academy,
Uh-huh.
or the comic book that he wrote. I tried. I couldn't really get into it.
Ah.
I mean, if you guys out there have seen Umbrella Academy, it was hard for me to get into.
Okay, let's see, where am I at here? Trying to see where I am here. So, wow, 9 people here. Okay, what's happening, people?
I will tell you guys that My Chemical Romance as a band is great. I just never really got. I really never really got into their solo stuff. The stuff that Gerard Way did and Frank Iero did. Iro. I just never really got
Tim,
into that.
how you doing?
Hello, guys.
Timmy. I call him Timmy.
Yeah, Timmy.
Timmy.
Here, Timmy.
Timmy.
Great.
Let's find like some good Christmas stuff here.
I mean, I like the classics. I like the classics when it comes to Christmas.
Yes, most definitely. I mean,
I like the Frank, the Perry,
but let me see
the Perry
here.
Como.
Let me find something a little bit.
But I also like the modern Christmas stuff too. Like I like Coldplay's Christmas Lights. That was a good one.
Okay.
And I say jokingly, don't play Last Christmas, but I do sometimes like to listen to that song. I have to be in the mood for it.
Let's just go ahead and go with some power pop here. Get with some Saturday power pop there. Hey, Dwayne, how you doing, my man?
Welcome,
do you
Dwayne.
take requests? Depends on what the song is. I may possibly. You know, speaking of people that used to give me requests all the time, whatever happened to Dan Goucher? Remember him?
I don't know. I think he's still friends with me on Facebook. Because he added me to Facebook. Like there are some people that I was friends with on Facebook. But I haven't heard from Dan Goucher in ages. Like there are people that used to watch my channel, like Greg Man. And I don't know what's happened to him. I hope he's okay wherever he is, Greg Man. Yeah.
You know what was so funny is that I went on some other streams last night. I went on I don't know if you remember her what was her name? I'm like losing track. Shift happens.
Oh yeah, I accidentally called her Shit Happened.
Yeah, she was asking me. She's like, "Well, why isn't your stream from that night that I was on there? Why isn't it up?" And I said, "Well, you have to understand, I do music streams. So when I play music, it actually, goes ahead and they pull it. I can't go ahead and leave it up all the time. So I have to pull it down, because otherwise it'll get struck, whatever it is." And she's like, "Oh," she didn't quite understand. It's like, it's something you have to understand in the music community. If I do music, it'll go ahead and they'll put strikes against me.
I mean, you probably might have to explain to her in layman terms that if you keep the stream up, you could lose your channel. Or that you could get a strike against your channel.
We have a Dan Goucher. There we go.
What?
Here we go. Every time I turn around, I make the link public.
well, it's good that guy has a lot of free time on his hand because somebody's got it, right?
Let me see. What happened to B-Sides? I still see B-Sides.
So B-Sides came into my stream. One of my streams I did, and I saw him Paul's recently. We all said hi to each other. So B-Sides is very much alive. I mean, I still have the hat that B-Sides gave me. The infamous Vicky hat. I still have it.
She messages me or something. I'm sorry, what were you saying, Tim? I'm sorry.
Well, I wonder what happens to people sometimes, and sometimes they show up, but they're there and then they're gone, and either you guys know Fernando's Hideaway. I think his name is Branton, and he started out with Branton's channel. He went away, and he came back like a month ago or something, did one video, and then that's
you said Hernando's Hideaway?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've subscribed to him too. He subscribed to me. There's like a lot of channels that I'm subscribed to.
I thought of him because he's actually met Jenny.
Yeah, Jenny's cool. I mean, the other day when I was doing a stream, Sean brought up black exploitation. I didn't realize that they have black exploitation movies on vinyl, like soundtracks to the movies on vinyl.
Oh yeah, some of them were really good sellers.
Yeah, because I was like, if Dusty and Tim were in here, that's their wheelhouse, because that's not my wheelhouse.
Jack is probably the best selling one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he bought, actually. He bought them on Isaac
10th Street is a really good soundtrack.
Uh-huh.
A lot of them. Friday Foster. A lot of them.
You know what I think of?
Superfly might even be better selling than Shaft.
I love Superfly by Curtis Mayfield.
Yeah, well, that's a blaxploitation soundtrack. That's what that is.
Yeah, that's actually one of my favorites from Curtis Mayfield. I get down with Curtis Mayfield. DJ Trish. Sometimes people don't make YouTube their life, so they don't do videos like me. I don't really do a lot of like videos or make vlogs anymore. I think it's just, YouTube is one of those things that if people stick to a schedule and they upload once a week, that's great. But a lot of people in the VC, they just make videos and they disappear for a few months and then they come back. And some of them will disappear for years and come back. With the VC, nobody really, really stays. They just kind of make videos and then they disappear and then they come back. Unfortunately, we have lost some people in the VC, which is sad, but it happens. I was just thinking about it today. We lost this guy, I think a couple years ago. You guys might have heard of him, Oddbox Topper.
Yeah, we lost Oddbox Topper.
Oddbox Topper. I just thought about him today, and I was like,
what's his name?
I was like, wow, because he was subscribed to me, and he made great videos. Memphis Jim is another one that comes to mind. There was this guy that used to comment on my videos all the time, Ed. I recently found out that Ed had passed away. I didn't even know. Ed from Hawaii. I was like, man, he passed away. Yeah, Ed. His name. He went by Ed. Hassan Ritter Jr. He used to comment on all my streams. Sadly, he was diagnosed with an aggressive form of cancer.
Steve Cropper. Has anyone, speaking of cancer, has anyone heard anything about what was it?
Quicksand?
Black quicksand? Yeah, there you go.
No, exactly. I have not.
I have not heard anything.
Because I remember we also, when I think of other people, we also lost the Michigan Record Club. We lost him.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm sorry, I don't know who that was, but
there's a metal guy. I can't think of his name. We lost a couple months ago. His wife posted, and I was like really sad. I didn't really watch him because I knew who he was. But his name was escaping me right now.
Michigan.
All of the metal people
Oh yeah, Bio CT. I think that's who it is. Bio CT.
Yeah,
Biosite.
Yeah, Biosite.
Yeah, Biosite.
Really? He's gone too?
Yeah, he was the metal guy.
I said he's somebody whose name you'd know, even if you didn't watch.
Yeah. And Michigan.
Maybe a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, his wife.
You end up things you end up seeing like the comments from the names, and the names kind of like you kind of like see them in your head. So like when you hear they passed, you're kind of like, okay, well I see it,
Yeah.
I don't think I told you guys this story. Maybe I did. Let me know if I did. Did I tell you my record store day story or no?
No, I'm sorry, you haven't. No.
Well, on record store day, I went to record store day. I showed you what I got, but I don't think I told the rest of the story. I walked in and I'm like, man, My record store is starting to look old. I know he's only in the knees, but he isn't young, but he's kind of gray, you know. And I'm in there a while, and at one point he comes up to me and pulls me aside and says, you know, really kind of low and close. He's like, you know I'm sick, right? And I'm like, no. He's like, yeah, I've got cancer. I don't know how long I'm going to be around. And I'm like, holy crap. You know, I'm like, I'm really. And anyway, he wants me to set up an appointment in January to go through his back room and see if there's anything I want. We'll work out a deal. But I was just shocked that he asked me because I don't go there that often, and you know.
Well, he probably sees you as a valued customer because even though you may not go that often, you left an impression on him.
I think he knows I have very eclectic taste.
That you do. That you do.
He knows I have eclectic taste, but I don't have any more a lot of money. So.
Yeah, well, we know you love a good bargain, so maybe he can work with you. I mean, that's sad. I fucking hate cancer. Sorry for my cursing, but
I mean, there comes a.
That's the last record store I have, really, besides the metal one in the mall, and I'm hoping that he can work out some sort of deal where he sells it to this employee dude that he has or something, because the last
I would hate to see the record store go, but if it has to go, then it has to go.
Yeah, no, it's sad.
Because running a record store is expensive.
For years and years, he's been the mayor of the town where the store is, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. The mayor.
Well, I mean, like with me, you know, like with me, it's like, you know, I have a decent sized record collection. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like one of the biggest of the VC, not at all, by any means. But I think that if it had to be, like if I passed, I would rather my record collection be split up. You know, my daughter goes ahead and takes what she's actually going to listen to. You know, what she will actually take and be like, okay, I'm going to take these records and, you know, I'm going to listen to them every so often. And then the other records that she's never, ever going to listen to, give those to other people in the VC who do know me, who will play those records every so often and let them have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think recently I had seen a video that that Mazzy had done. You know, and he was talking about the Coleman collection, and he was saying that in his collection, this is recent too. I think it's like the past week. He said that in his record collection, he was organizing it, and he has a section that is purely the Coleman collection. You know, that the records that belong to the Coleman collection that he got from Coleman, who was a close friend of his, he has them in this one section with a marker, you know, that says Coleman collection. And, you know, he listens to those records, and every time he listens to those records, it reminds him of his friend Coleman. I think that would be like what I think I would like want, you know, like say if like best way to describe it is, okay, like say Tim does not like Depeche Mode at all. I'm pretty sure you're not a Depeche Mode fan, am I right, Tim? But
it's not that I hate them, it's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, it's like you don't hate them, but you know, I would hope that maybe I've made some kind of impression on you, so that if I was like, you know, say my daughter said, I'm going to go ahead and send Tim some Depeche Mode records from my dad's collection. You know, if you heard a Depeche Mode record from my collection, you'd be like, okay, that reminds me of Dusty. You know?
Oh yeah, that
okay,
kind of
well,
thing.
Right?
That kind of thing, absolutely. And it would be, you know,
that's what I'm kind of like saying, you know.
That sort of thing. I never sell anything that's given to me, but especially.
I don't either. I mean, I don't sell any stuff either. I have a section in my collection for Coleman because I have some Coleman records, so I do have his records in a special area.
There you go.
I mean,
but that's what I'm saying.
Coleman's
like, you know,
Coleman's a cool guy. I listened to the records, right? And I felt like I was there with Coleman. I felt like, wow.
Oh, just a moment. I'll be right back.
I mean, because I don't know the guy. I just know that the guy was a very, very good friend of Mazzy's. And from what I gathered, he had quite the collection. So yes, I think, you know, when you get VCLT from people, giving it away to someone else, that's chicken shit. That's my opinion. I feel like people go all their way to
if you've already got a copy or something, you can give it to somebody.
That's totally true. That's totally true.
If you want,
but I feel like
there's people that absolutely only want one copy of every record in the collection.
Mm-hmm.
Won't let you for any reason. If you're one of those people, you want to pass it on to somebody. That's what like Dixieland Farm does. And Chris is a great guy.
Yeah.
In the book. Okay.
But you don't sell it.
I mean, you don't give away VCLT that's given to you. Like the rules of VCLT is that people give you VCLT and you don't give them. You're not necessarily obligated to give them back records, right?
No, you're not.
You're not obligated.
I think you can if somebody gives you something that's VCLT, and
yeah.
And you know somebody, you know a record collector that would love to have this, you know, 3 times more than you would love to have it. I think it's okay to give it to
I mean, I think in that case it is okay.
I think it's okay to pass it
on. It is okay in that aspect.
I think that's okay.
I mean, I've gotten a lot of VCLT in the past, and I've kept pretty much all the VCLT I have. There are some where I've got duplicates that I will eventually give to other people, because there's no point in me having duplicates of certain albums. But yeah, I haven't sent a VCLT in ages. The last VCLT I did was for Emma 8 Vinyl Low. I sent her some Gizzard, and I sent her some Vampire Weekend.
When I was selling records,
some other rock.
Extra in, but other than that, I haven't sent anything in quite a long time.
Yeah, I mean, the only point I was trying to make, I'm probably like way behind on this conversation, but just like records that are intensely personal, like records that you would say like, oh, that was like totally a Dusty record, like if I got like one of like Lisa's like K-pop records, like I can't stand K-pop, but if it was a point where like I would send a K-pop record from like her and she's already passed, it'd be like something intense personal. She loved K-pop, so it'd be like, then it would become personal to me, you know.
I mean, like
something like that.
I mean, I get that. I totally understand that. What would be personal? I mean, what would be personal to you, like Bauhaus, Depeche Mode, some of the stuff that you really enjoy. And I think like if Tim was to pass, you know, if I got like Big Star from him.
Yeah,
I know
something
he
like
loves
that,
Big Star.
Something that was intensely personal, something that was intensely into himself. If it was given to you, it's like you were kind of like giving like a little piece of them this way.
Yeah. You know? Like if Paulina was to pass away and I ended up with 10,000 Maya.
Yeah, like there you go. Like exactly. Like, you know, Trish, every single one of your remixes have like a special section in my CD like shelf. They're all just like, you know, and since you put them in those like thin, you know, cases, it's like I know exactly where they are. It's like I know they're all right there.
I love DJ Trish's mixes. It's exciting. It's exciting when you get her mixes because she puts a lot of thought and care into it.
I'm in a pile because I'm out of room, but we're all together.
I love her mixes.
Yeah, like
I have one for 2018.
I have like it's like I have my CD case. It's like there. And it's like I really want to get something that's like a little bit more like where I can put them a little bit more organized than I have them. You know, because upstairs in my room, I have like stacks of like CDs everywhere where they're not organized. I'm like, it's driving me crazy. But
have
down
you thought
here,
about
it's a
building
little
it?
bit more organized.
Have you thought about building your own CD shelf?
But it's just like I'm so overwhelmed.
I know, I get it, but I thought about it in the past about building my own record shelf. Because I saw Randy's record shelf, and I thought, wow, maybe I can like build some record shelves. But then I thought to myself, why? IKEA is so easy. I just go to IKEA or go to Walmart, and I just get a cube shelf.
Huge friggin' thing. I just when I moved, I just really took a hammer to it, chopped it into pieces, and threw it away because it was so big and heavy. I literally took 2 8-foot. No, I think they were 6 feet high, maybe 7 feet high, like just particle board, like half and 3/4 inch particle board or whatever it was, and cut the sides. Bought a bunch of those, cut some of them in half for the bottom and the top, and then the sides were literally, and I literally just screws. It took me like 10 minutes to make this thing, and believe it or not, it was fine while I had it, but it weighed probably 150 pounds.
Yeah,
because it was particle board, and I'm like, I'm not moving this thing. How am I going to move this thing?
I mean, I've had many
Trish,
shelves.
I still have your CD compilations that you gave to me. I still have them. And I've listened to I'm perfectly honest, I've probably listened to like maybe half of them. I have not listened to all of them, but I have listened to them, so.
I can give anybody, there's a good tip to do if you want to build something really cheap out of like particle board instead of plywood or pine or something, which is really expensive, and particle board's still really cheap. Once you've got it done, get some joint compound, patch stuff or whatever, and do a skim coat on the whole thing and sand it down, and especially the front, because you get when particle board has little indents and stuff on the sides. And a couple coats on the front and sand it down and then paint it. It really looks just like wood, because it'll be all smooth and nice and happy.
I mean, I think that'd be pretty cool to do. I saw a tutorial on YouTube on how to make your own record shelves one time, and it looked pretty simple. I mean, I know you have to, sand down the wood and then you have to prime it before you put paint on it. So, I don't know. I just like the easiness of going to Walmart or IKEA and just picking up a cube shelf and just putting it together.
The easiest way to make a bookshelf, if you don't really care what it looks like, I've seen lots of people do this. I said this friend John that did this. Get yourself a bunch of cinder blocks. Stack
oh my God.
Put a board in between. Yes. 2 more cinder blocks, board in between. 2 more cinder blocks. 5 minutes, you got a record shelf.
Oh my God, that was my dad's setup in the 70s when my dad was like a bachelor. That was his setup. He had the cinder block and he had the wood, and all of his records were on this like rinky-dink shelf with his turntable. He told me, don't knock it until you try it. He goes, it was the easiest way to set up your turntable. I might have to do that one day again. Because my dad had it for many years. It was his go-to setup.
No, excuse me.
He said everybody in the 70s had that. Yeah, my dad doesn't collect anymore, but when he did.
Or if you've got an extra closet. I did that with my 45s. I've got a closet in my red room. And I just bought some lumber, and I put just little nothing is glued into the closet. I got pieces that were a little higher than the 45, and I put them on the side of my closet. Then I got a board that I cut just the width of my closet, and I put it in and I glued it. And then I did another one and another one and another. And now this big 45, my whole closet is a 45 rack. And
dang! I did not know that.
I have to destroy it to take it out, but it'll come right out. I didn't hurt the closet at all. It didn't cost me much, and it got an extra closet. You do it with albums too. It's a great way to.
Tim's like got the woodworking skills. I'm not the next wood girl. We got Tim over here being
DJ
wood boy.
Trisham, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one. I really did. I still have them. Like I said, I probably got like halfway through them, but I have been listening to them. I have been listening to them. She sent me about a year ago, maybe a little bit more. She sent me a box full of This is before she got back into it. She had sent me a box full of like cassette mixes of hers, where she had made cassette mixes of like what she does now, of course, with CD mixes. And like I said, I've been listening to them. I've been going through them, little by little and stuff like that. But yeah, I appreciate each and every one of them. So,
Edith Trish is the nicest person in the VC, and I stand by that.
At least he'd be the next. Well, I don't know about that.
I don't know about the thing about him.
That.
You think about it is, what am I going to do? Build like IKEA furniture on streams for people?
I've seen you have a heart attack about collect shelves. I don't know if you could be like the next wood.
Look, I don't have a heart attack about my collect shelf. It's been here for 10 years in my room, so it's lasted longer than a lot of things in my life.
Oh no, here comes the beast. Oh my God, here comes Beast.
I mean, Tim knows a lot of woodworking. Hello, Tim. I did not know you were so skilled. You don't have tools, but you know enough.
It's done with minimal tools because I don't have tools.
I mean, I would love to know how to do that. Because it'd be really cool to have some custom shelves.
Okay,
some shelves I made myself.
Stay off the turntable. Stay off the turntable, meow. Okay, yeah, I get it. Stay there.
Yeah.
Lay there.
Jesse's still raising kids, by the way.
No, this cat is just too much.
That's what you say. I say the same about my dog, but I love the hell out of that dog.
Okay, stop. Lay there. Okay, stay there. I get you. Okay. Stay there, meow. My big fat meow. I know. Okay.
Well,
he's just so miserable. He's having like these problems with his back. He's having like I wouldn't even say it's like fleas. It's like weird. It's like he has like this where he like wants to pick at himself. It's just like,
have you got him checked out?
No, it's gonna cost me money. I know. It's like I'm looking at him and I'm just like, oh my God, it's gonna be like a $600 or $700 vet bill. I already know.
Yeah, maybe. Well, because he's not dying, so I don't think you really need to take.
No, he's not dying, but he's like so uncomfortable. I'm like thinking it's gonna be like $600 or $700. I know.
I mean,
every time you take an animal into the vet, you're looking at a baseline of $400 easily.
Well, isn't that your daughter's cat technically?
Yeah, but it's like,
well, then isn't it her $600 or $700 vet bill?
But I know she doesn't have the money for it. And it's like,
why did she take in another cat? Why did she take in another cat if she's not going to take care of it? That's the thing.
Because that's called common sense, Lisa. We don't deal with common sense in this universe here. So.
We don't, but I have common sense. If I can't take care of shit, I'm not going to bring it into the house. That's common sense.
Yeah, it's like,
if you can't afford to take care of shit, don't have it.
He needs to be taken care of, and the thing is that
he does. I mean, you do so much for them. You're like, it should be your cat. You should tell Ashley, hey, it's my cat now. You don't take care of it.
I can't watch him suffer. So
no, I mean because you do such a good job of those cats. Sorry, Ashley, but your dad should have that cat,
baby.
If you're watching, Ashley, your dad needs those cats.
He's so unhappy. He knows I'm gonna be the one who's gonna take care of him because he looks at me too. He looks at me like, "What are you gonna do, Daddy?" I know.
He looks at you and he says, "You're the only one that cares about me in this family."
I know.
Like my dad has a dog.
I'm the cat daddy.
Who's a demon-possessed dog. I let him take care of it.
Yes, I love you, baby. You know I'm not going to let you suffer, baby. I know. You're going to end up costing me the fucking money. I know. But we're going to make your mommy pay as soon as she fucking gets a job. There we go.
Yeah, James says don't use particle board. It's a mistake.
Well, if you just want a cheap thing, again, you're not going to move it. If you just want a cheap thing, it'll hold a lot. I did it because I didn't have any money, and I'm like,
Hey,
I can do this particle board for like $30 or something and build this giant record shelf.
I mean, you think about it, most of the furniture you have is made from particle board.
No, I don't recommend particle board. I didn't use particle board for my 45s. I used actual wood, pine. I used pine.
Don't you swipe at me, you little shithead.
Yeah, I mean, once Ashley decides she wants to take care of her cat, you can give it back to her.
No, it's not she doesn't want to take care of her cat. It's just like, hey, stop. Oh, you little shithead.
Ooh.
He swiped at me. Oh, you little shithead. You claw me, I'm going to smack you one.
Ooh.
Stop it.
Welcome to These Are the Days of the Cat Lives on the Dusty Spin channel.
These are the days of our lives when it comes to cats. So
no, but I know your daughter loves that cat.
Yeah,
she has a bond with it.
I love him too. I mean, the thing is, the first day when he was brought to us, some of the kids out in the way that he came to us was some kids came to us from out there. And one of the kids had him, and he was a kitten. He was so small. And he was like, oh, my dad, my mom will let me keep him, blah, blah, blah. Do you have any food? That was what the kid told me. I know you have cats. Do you have any cat food I can give him? And I was like, oh, my God, okay, yeah. So I gave him a can of cat food. And he's like, yeah, my mom told me that I can't keep him, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, fuck, okay, well. So he fed him, and I told him, don't feed him all the cat food. You try to feed him the whole can. And then I think maybe about an hour later, he brought him back. He's like, my dad said I can't keep him. My mom's saying I can't keep him, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, shit, okay. So I know how to fix paperwork on the lease here, where I can tell the apartment complex, I'm like, he's a, what do you call it? What's the word for it? What's the word for when they say it's a comforting cat, like a emotional something cat or whatever. Emotional something cat.
An animal.
Emotional whatever animal. So,
emotional support.
It's emotional support. There you go. So I went ahead and I registered him, and I paid $130 to have him registered. So he got registered, and I gave it to the, apartment complex, and okay, well, he's your cat now. Therapy cat. There you go. Exactly what you said. Emotional support. Exactly the way you said. So, so he got his records, and he's like, so the apartment complex couldn't charge me extra rent for him, and now he's here,
Yeah.
But, but he was such a small kitten at the time. And now he's a 16-pound beast who, he has problems because I didn't know he was going to be a long hair. He was a short-haired cat when I got him. I didn't know he was going to be this long-haired, fat freaking beast he is now. And had problems with his fur and shit, but he is what he is. So,
it happens. It happens.
Hey, don't you swipe at me like that. But my daughter saw him and she fell in love with him, and I was like,
it happens, That's how I was when I saw Cookie. I fell in love with Cookie. I had to have Cookie. People have asked me, why don't you go replace Cookie and get another dog? And I said no. Mm-hmm. I was like, I'm not going to go replace Cookie.
He's a good cat. It's just, he has problems with his fur. He's a good cat for the most part. It's just that, he has these problems. Hey!
It was a blessing. It was a blessing that you ended up with him. Those people probably didn't even have the time to take care of them anyway.
I'll be perfectly honest. I've been fortunate. All my cats are beautiful cats. They really are. But he's a shithead. You're a shithead.
That's the best. That's the best pet when they're shitheads.
Because he's like a total Halloween cat. He's a long-haired, black fur, orange eyes. He's a beautiful cat, but he's a shithead.
Yeah.
I love you, but you're a shithead. So.
Yeah.
But yeah. And the thing is, I get I get stuck to take care of him, I think, the most because, like, she wants to be with her boyfriend. She goes to her boyfriend's house, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, there's also a whole other part to that because it's like, I can't really, like, just tell her, well, take your fucking cat with you. Fucking get your cat out here, blah, blah, blah. Because if she takes her cat to her boyfriend's house, our cat Grayson, which is the gray cat, the Russian blue, he gets all upset because he's attached to him. So they get
I mean, he has attachment issues.
Yeah, so it's like, I can't really let her be like, oh, go ahead and take him,
I mean, you don't want to take the cat out of the house anyway. What if it gets lost? What if it gets lost at the boyfriend's house or it runs away?
Well, he's not going to get lost. He takes him over there.
I mean, it happens. It happens sometimes.
But yeah, it's just that him and the gray cat are so attached to each other. It's like, it's just...
You gotta keep them together. You can't separate them.
I'm gonna tell you, dogs are easier. Dogs are way easier.
That's why I have dogs.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I have dogs.
Cats are way more complicated.
I mean, I got this dog that every day, this dog will lick me.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fucking overweight cat. I mean, no, fucking overweight dog named Honey. That dog is plus size. Okay, can I say that my dog is plus size? Is that offensive to some of you people out there? My dog is plus size.
Excuse me.
And her brother is normal. Her brother can eat anything and not gain weight, but she, on the other hand, the weight goes all to her stomach, right? When she came to our house, she was skinny.
Don't you even think about it, Mama. Don't you?
But now she's fat, okay? My mom says it's because she's well loved in this house. So I was like, yeah.
Too much, I'm sorry to say. Animals only get fat because you feed them too much.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You control how much they eat.
That's exactly what I said.
True.
That's exactly what I said. And my mom said she's well loved. And I was like, no, Honey's overweight. Honey's fat.
She's well fat.
Honey.
This cat right here.
My grandmother had Alzheimer's, and we had to take her dog. And it was a dachshund, and we had a dachshund too. So we had two dachshunds.
Oh, I love dachshunds.
And hers was twice the size of ours because she got Alzheimer's, and she forgot she got it, so she feed it, and then she feed it again. This dog, we put it on a diet, and by the time it passed, because we couldn't really tell them apart. We had shrunk it down that much. I mean, you can just put it on a diet, so it's not hard.
Yeah, I know. No, I understand it's not hard, and I will do that because we lost a dog this year due to the fact that dog was fat. So I'm right now, I don't want history to repeat itself. I know it's not hard, Tim. It's just I gotta do it. But my mom likes to sneak the table food in for the dogs, and it's like, I see.
Give it diet pet food,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about that dog because
and it's not gonna starve to death. It's
I have to do something. That dog is like 3 years old.
But the smaller it gets, the less it wants to eat. That's how people are too. That's how people go the same way. You just go hungry for a little while, and one day you're not hungry anymore because your stomach, it's not as big as it was, and that amount of food fills you up now.
I completely get that because I've been on and off with like losing weight, and I'm at a weight that is okay. It's not the best, but at least I think with the dog, I'm definitely gonna have to work on that dog because that dog walks and that dog gets tired easily. And it's like,
See, that's Beast right there. See him?
Ooh, show us the dog. Show us the cat.
That's Beast right there. See, he's like he's so pissy.
You should call him Beast. We should call him Beast.
That's what he does the whole time that I'm on. Get off of there!
He loves you. He loves you.
No, he's just being an ass. Hey.
Well, I know a few people like that.
See, look. Oh, yep, there he goes. Hey.
Welcome to the Dusty Spin stream. It's going to be cats and more cats.
Paying attention to your stuff and not him.
Uh-oh.
Doesn't like that.
See, the problem is he's having like all kinds of problems back here on his fur. So, why are you being such a shithead? Yeah, that's what he does.
Because he likes to get attention. Because I swear cats love attention.
Yeah, I think cats are smarter than dogs for the most part.
Yeah.
They know what you like. And so if they're mad at you, they'll go destroy the stuff you like. Dogs won't do that. Dogs will just destroy anything. They don't know what you like. They don't care. They're mad at you, they'll just go wreck stuff. They don't, cats are a little vindictive.
I mean, I've got 4 dogs, and one of them likes to attack me. I call him the evil dog. And then I've got 3 other dogs, and 2 of them are senior citizens, and the other 2 are young. And the youngest one, there's another young dog that also attacked me too. Oh, emotional support. Yeah, Tim can be Woodman. If we ever had a series where we could have Tim, put together things, that'd be kind of cool. We'll call it Handyman Tim. We'll call him the better Tim Allen. Because I know people probably look you up and they're probably like, oh no, I got that actor.
Yeah, that's why. If I ever wanted my YouTube channel to blow up, I would have to change the name.
Yeah, but you're Tim Allen. It's like when you've had that name for so long, it's like you can't really change it.
No. But if I ever wanted to blow it up, I'd have to.
Yeah, you could. You could be like. You could be like.
I that played Santa Claus.
Yeah. I mean, there are some channels in the VC that they're stuck with the name because people got used to it, and there are there's so many channels with vinyl in their name. Yeah. I mean, I just put Tim Allen vinyl. That's how I find you. Put Tim Allen and put vinyl.
Tim Allen vinyl or Tim Allen records or something.
Yeah, that's how I find you. Because if I put Tim Allen just on its own, I get the guy from Home Improvement.
In YouTube.
Yeah. No, yeah. YouTube, I have to do that because if I just put Tim Allen, I end up getting the Home Improvement guy.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going to do
Yeah,
you can go 40 pages and not get me.
It took you a while to find Tim Allen's channel. James Farley said it took him a while to find your channel.
Well, again, you got to put vinyl or records or both.
Yeah, or you can put Tim Allen. You can put Tim Allen. Or if you really want to find Tim Allen, you can put Tim Allen wood glue video.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that is my biggest video. You will find.
Yeah, you can definitely find him that way. That's how I think I first discovered Tim. Is through the wood glue video.
My biggest video.
Yeah.
I still hate it when people say that doesn't work and blah blah blah. It's not a good way to do records because it's expensive, but it does really work. If you do
it does work. I mean, have you seen that video where the guy did it?
You gotta put it on thick. And you can't be stingy. People put these little tiny layers on it and they can't get it off. And it has to be the right wood glue. Tight Bond 2 is probably the best one to use.
Yeah, and it totally does work because I saw a video a while back of a guy who did Miles Davis's record, and it did a world of difference to that Miles Davis record.
I've done it. I bought for $4. I bought a UK copy of All the Best McCartney, which has different songs on it than the American one, and I put it on and it just snap, crackle, pop like you wouldn't believe. And I cleaned all 4 sides with wood glue. It took me like 4 days because it's wood glue, and but it fixed it up so well.
Yep.
I mean, it makes such a difference.
For those of you out there that are going to do wood glue on your records, I've watched so many videos on it. Tight Bond is the way to go.
Type on 2.
Type on 2.
You make 2 different glues. Type on 2 is the one you want.
I mean, because I've seen so many videos and I've seen so many people use that glue. I sometimes want to try with some of my records just for the hell of it. I think it'd be kind of cool, but of course, I'm not going to do it with my expensive record.
No, it does work.
It does work.
I mean, I did it on my turntable. Okay, so now what? Now I've got a wet record on my turntable. So for 24 hours, basically, I can't play a record. I can't. And then when it's over, I got to peel it off, and then I got to flip it over and do the other side. So it's like 2 days I can't play a record.
I mean, how do you do it? How do you get the glue on there? Do you follow the grooves when you do the glue?
Well, yeah, you go around. I just use my finger. A lot of people use a business card or something, but what they don't realize is you're not touching the record. You're touching glue, and it's wood glue, so it's water soluble, so it washes right off. I always just took my finger. I put a lot of it on there, and I just took my finger and started rubbing it all in and rubbing it around. And when it got a nice even coat, and I tried putting a cardboard thing. You're supposed to be able to glue a little cardboard tab on the side to help you peel it off. That never worked for me. I always just got it really close to an edge, maybe even let it rip off slightly, and that'll give you something to pull on, pick at when you want to take it off. It'll give you a start.
I've never seen anyone who made a tab like that where it worked. Never.
No, the tabs never worked, but light glue or the glue doesn't work though.
I don't know if you watch it, Tim. Do you remember Fran Lab?
Yeah, I haven't watched
Fran Lab.
I haven't watched it in a while.
She was the first one that I ever seen do the like glue method and stuff. And I remember she was the first one I watched do it, and I was kind of like, oh, okay, well, maybe this work. But she really made it seem like it was like, no, it's not going to work.
Everybody thinks it's not. You got to put it on heavy. You got to wait till it's completely dry. And it takes like 12 hours or something, maybe even longer until it's really dry. But it does work, and you got to put on thick. If you don't, I mean, I've seen people ruin valuable records by putting it on too thin, and then they got these little tiny glue specks all over the place because they put it on too thin. You got to put it on thick enough to glue it off in one continual sheet. You want to get it off like I played it. That's my biggest video, actually, playing my wood glue record, which is the grooves from the album that I and you know, you got to put it on that thick. I still have that. But yeah, it works. But it's not. I don't recommend it because a bottle of that's like kind of $12, and you maybe can 10 records with a bottle. So it's not a cheap way to clean records at all.
It's not, but I mean, don't give Wood Girl any ideas. She might make a wooden record for Christmas.
No.
I gotta plug my phone.
I mean, to answer your question, DJ Trish, I don't really have any records or CDs that I really want for Christmas. I mean, I did get the Stranger Things season 5 record, but other than that, no, there's no. I don't really know. I like pretty much have everything I want in my collection.
Good question, actually, Trish. My son and my daughter, they have been pretty much where they'll buy me like one major release every Christmas. Like, you know, like last year was like, what was the Blue and Red? I think it was Beals Blue and Red. This year they'd ask me about like, you know, the Beatles anthology, and I think my daughter got me the anthology 1 through 4, you know, the box set. But my son had asked me what I wanted to do, what I want for Christmas, and like I said, he usually buys me whatever. And I told him, I said, you know what, why don't you go ahead and buy me, and I think I've been discussing this on my web chat, on my channel with Tim. I told him, just buy me these like what do you call it, the original album series type things.
Yeah.
And I said there was one that came out that was Jesus and the Mary Chain that I wanted. It was the first 5 albums from the Jesus and the Mary Chain. And there was another one, was like the first 5 albums of Bauhaus. And there was another one that was like the first, like, it was like the main 3 albums of Sisters of Mercy or whatever. Because he was gonna buy me this god awful freaking Lego cat thing, which I would have never built.
Yeah, you would have been frustrated with it.
Yeah, he knows I love cats, but it was like a thing where you built like a cat type thing or whatever, Lego thing. I said, instead of doing this, get me these 3 things. These 3 things are way cheaper. I like these. I'll be way more happy to get these instead. And he was like, oh, okay, so he ordered me those. But yeah, so that's what he went ahead and ordered me. It was like these 3 CD sets. One was like just Mary Chain, one was Bauhaus, and one was Sisters of Mercy. So that's the reason why I'm like, and I'm really thinking that, like, even after I get those 3, maybe this following year, I'm really gonna start building up on those. I'm gonna start buying a lot more of them. Because there was one that was like Bo Diddley, like 5 classic albums or 5 original albums for like, there was one that was like $10. And I was just kind of like, I'm starting to get like, I'm sorry, go ahead, Tim, what were you saying?
No, I was just, there used to be, they're gone now, but for a while there were these like CD sets that were 10, 12, even 15 albums sometimes. Like older artists that were all, in the public domain in Europe and stuff. And these things could be had for like $20 or less. The first 10 or 12 Dean Martin albums. And what they would do is sometimes, I don't mind this, they wouldn't if 2 would fit on a CD, they would, or sometimes they'd even continue it from one CD to the next. But I don't mind. You get all the music anyway. And I have a few of those. I'm trying to think of. Here's. This is probably like $15.
I mean, I like those CD compilations, the ones that they have. They do some pretty good compilations.
But there are nicer ones than this. But here's 11 Dean Martin albums.
Yeah, there you go. See
probably like $15. There's the album. Plus, there's bonus cuts on everyone. There's his first 4 or 5 singles before he ever made an album. Like, we're talking late 40s, early 50s are on this thing. 10 CDs, and this one, they all look the same. There are ones where are much nicer. There were a little more money, but still not too much money. They had the actual album covers and stuff. But I like this kind of stuff. It sounds good, and it's cheap. And we're all the only place I've ever seen these early Dean Martin singles on TV. They're terrible songs, but.
Well, the thing was, at first, Tim, I had like been skeptical whether or not these had been like licensed or whatever. And now that I'm starting to see, it's like writing music.
No, they are. They're
licensing them.
Like this isn't licensed, but again, it's Europe, and in Europe, depending on where the copyright's gone. Copyright in Europe on a lot of stuff is 50 years. In Spain, it's 25 years.
Like there was one also, it was like because I had I'm not going to mention her name on here, but somebody from the YouTube community had sent me a record that she had purchased. It was called Mickey Dolenz Puts You to Sleep or some shit like that, or I forgot the name of it was, but she had like purchased it, and she's like, I'm gonna send it to you, Dusty, because I have a whatever of it. But it's like Mickey Dolenz Puts You to Sleep or some shit like that. It's like Mickey Dolenz singing like freaking like
it's Mickey Dolenz Puts You to Sleep, and it came out, I believe it came out for RSD 2024 or 2023.
Well, no, it came out before that, but RSD 2024.
No, I'm pretty sure it was an RSD release. I'm pretty sure that they did it for RSD. I mean, Mickey Dolenz is the only surviving member of the Monkees, so gotta get his paycheck somehow.
But I think it's a re-release of an older album he did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was RSD last year. I remember thinking, I think it might have been Black Friday RSD.
There's a lot of obscure Davey albums he did on these little labels. There's Japan. Yeah. stuff, and there's a lot of obscure. The same thing with Torque and Dolan's and
Yeah.
Nesmith. Nesmith, weirdly, has had. I don't think Nesmith has ever been on little tiny labels.
I don't think so. I think a lot of his stuff is released on his Pacific Arc label.
Yeah, but everybody else has had these little tiny.
I mean, 7A Records has done a lot of their releases. 7A Records did a lot of Dolan.
Yeah,
a lot of Davy Jones. I think they did Davy Jones in Japan or something.
Yeah, they re-released a lot of it. They a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago or more now, they started, gathering up all of this, and Mickey too, all of this, these little labels.
Yeah, there's a lot of like releases.
Yeah.
I mean, I've listened to a lot of Mickey Dolenz. I've listened to stuff that Mickey Dolenz has done solo wise. I've listened to stuff that he's done with Boyce and Hart. I mean, there's a lot out there. But yeah, 7A Records has done a lot of the solo Mickey Dolenz stuff.
That's the Monkey's own label.
Yeah, the Rhino. Rhino is actually releasing what I consider a cash grab. It's this like needle drops of the Monkees. Andrew Sandoval, who's the historian of the Monkees, is deciding to come out with this cash grab, which I'm not going to get.
I don't think it's a cash grab, and I'll have to hear it till I believe it's needle drops.
I don't know. I think it kind of might be, but then again, you're right. I should probably listen to it before
And if it's the A's and B's, that's. I mean, we were talking about this on Doc's channel, and there's a great two CD set that Rhino put out by the Doors, every A and B side, and it's a really cool CD. I think that's not a cash grab at all. That's a cool.
I mean, they're doing a CD variant, and they're doing a 2 record set. It's like about $34.99 for the record set, 2 LP. So I don't know. I have to listen to it, but I'm kind of like on the fence about it. Like, do I need it?
Maybe they would have too many singles to do a 2 record set.
Yeah, because
maybe not.
I don't know. I'm kind of like a completist. I'm kind of a completist. I'm like, do I need it? Do I need it?
Doors is only CD because, but I don't like the way the Doors did it necessarily. The Doors put all the A sides on one disc and all the B sides on disc.
Yeah, the Doors releases are weird.
But the Buzzcocks did that with their Singles Going Steady album too. I mean, they're not the first one to do that. All the A sides are on side 1, all the B sides are on side 2, which kind of makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a good compilation, I definitely will, put down the money for it. But I guess I really have to listen to it. But a lot of the Monkees fans are saying it's a cash grab. That's what a lot of the Monkees fans are thinking.
Well, everybody says everything's a cash grab. Anthology
everything is. Even Anthology was a cash grab.
I've seen more negativity about the new Anthology than I have any other Beatle thing ever.
I know, right?
And I don't get it. I really don't get it.
I mean, everything that they released, like within the last 10 years or 5 years, have been cash grabs.
And the thing that gets me is most of these negative people aren't going to buy it anyway. And even if they are, Anthology's not in print. Anthology hasn't been in print for years. So
it hasn't been in print since the 90s.
Why is that a bad thing?
I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's like it's not. I don't see it as a bad thing. You're
getting this in, you don't have to buy it. It's like the Wings album too. There's no McCartney greatest hits in print right now. So they put one out and everybody's appalled. Well, it's a cash grab. It's a McCartney greatest hit. So if somebody wants one, they can buy it. Not a
I don't see the issue with it. I don't see the issue with it because Anthology is great. I think Anthology is great for people who are Beatles completists and want something to add to their collection. I'm a casual fan, so I don't really think I'm going to buy it.
Change some things about Anthology 4, yeah, but that's not. I'm not dissing it. I'm not saying it's a cash grab or anything. No. But there's things about almost every release that comes out that I would change. Everybody would. It's human nature, but it doesn't mean I think it's awful. I think it's
I mean, I
fine,
think
and the
that
stuff
Wings
that they
collection
did put
looks
out
pretty
is
good.
interesting and good, and
I mean, I think there's like a need for a lot of these releases, and a lot of people who have been fans for a while
yeah,
of the Beatles appreciate, having these releases
it,
that they can
it,
buy,
it,
and I think
it's
it's a
not
necessity.
1977 anymore. Things don't stay in print now, and this is
No, they
what people
don't. I
have to
mean,
realize. Things
they
stay in
don't.
print
I
for a
mean,
year or two at most, and then they're pretty much gone. They're deleted, and
yeah.
and then they get upset when they come back in print. I don't understand it. It really doesn't
I
make
mean,
any
I don't
sense.
get upset. I
This
don't
is
get
true.
upset
I
about things
totally
like
agree with
that.
that.
I don't get upset about things because I think, if you're a person who's been seeking out a repress of something for a while, I think it's great when something gets a repress and you don't have to pay the ridiculous amount of money on Discogs or eBay for like a singular record. I think it's great when records get
Well,
repressed.
until about 2005 or 2010 or something, there was really no such thing as a repress. Nobody called it that. Things would go to print, and then they would quietly go back into print, and there wasn't a
Yeah.
big celebration or a big hubbub or anything. Or Chess Records would release a new Bo Diddley
Yeah.
greatest hits, and nobody got up in arms about it. They
No.
bought it and they did.
Yeah,
I
Trish
think
didn't go
it's
there.
because of the popularity of the Beatles, right? Because the Beatles are one of the biggest bands to ever grace our stage. A lot of people have their opinions.
But look at what they did to Elvis in the 70s after he died. There's been more Elvis albums put out since his death than he ever had when he was alive. But you don't get people poo-hooing him all the time.
No,
The
because
Beatles don't have that many.
they
They have
don't.
some, but they
That
don't
is
have
honestly
that
very
many.
true.
It's not like Elvis, which there's
I
a
mean,
billion Elvis albums.
you bring up a very good point. Elvis has had a lot of releases since his death, and a lot of them I think have been on that. Was it FTD or FTD?
Yeah.
But
I'm not even counting those, just RCA releases.
yeah, I'm not an Elvis fan. I've never been a person that gravitated towards owning Elvis, but I do have the Christmas album because I do think that's a solid Elvis album. I do like the Christmas album. I think like if we think of other people who passed away, like Jimi Hendrix has had a lot of albums released since he's passed away. Prince.
Yeah, but again,
Prince,
not as many as
no, not as many as Elvis.
Jimmy's
got
has
the
largely
corner.
been outtakes and stuff. Where Elvis is, until FDD came along, they were just retreads of stuff that you already had over and over and over and over again. And you just didn't buy them if you didn't want them.
Elvis has got the so many releases. I don't even want to go down the Elvis rabbit hole.
I think Elvis
try to collect Elvis.
Elvis died in '77, and I think he probably had 5 albums out by 1980, post his passing.
Yeah.
It was just like boom, 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 boom. Where the Beatles put up in early 70, and it was 3 years before the first Beatle compilation ever came. And it was the first greatest hit in America ever. They have respected the Beatles a lot more than they ever did.
Like, damn, that many albums? Scam. Damn,
yeah.
Elvis.
Another artist that comes to mind that when he passed away, I swear he's had a lot of releases, is David Bowie. Maybe it's just me noticing that David Bowie has had a lot of releases for RSD and just in general.
Yeah, but again, they're going into his vault, and that's
they are. That is true. That is very true.
They're giving you something new, and they're not just retreading the same
that is very true. I do like David Bowie. I've been very fortunate to have a lot of David Bowie stuff thanks to Patrick. I do like David Bowie, and I've just noticed that he has a lot of releases, and I'm grateful because he's one of those artists that I really do enjoy, and I do like that they're doing new releases for him. I mean, there are some artists that are overkill, like Elvis. No offense, Elvis, but overkill with his releases.
It's not Elvis's fault, but no,
it's not Elvis's fault. I mean, whoever is managing Elvis right now, or whoever is ahead of Elvis's estate, yeah, they're the ones that are doing it.
But you know, I mean, but FTD is a different thing. Going into the vault, that's fine. I don't, and they're boutiques, and they're just for diehard fans, and they're expensive, and that's fine. You know, anything's fine because you don't have to buy it, and this, you know, it's all fine as far as I. Just ignore it. If you don't want it, don't buy it. There, done.
No, I think if I was to ever collect Elvis, if I ever wanted to venture down the whole Elvis rabbit hole, I'd probably go with the studio albums, because I think that's what most casual fans do of a group if they're not big of fans of them. They usually go for like the studio albums, or they go for a compilation. I think that, you know, the reason why Elvis has so many releases because he's so popular and a lot of people love Elvis, and Elvis sells. Even almost 50 years past his death, Elvis still sells. And people love him. He's not going away. Elvis is never going away. Elvis will be here after I pass.
Do you realize, and I just thought of this just now, but next year will be the 70th anniversary of Elvis's first album.
Wow. That's
album.
Crazy.
He's already his first 45 came out 72 years ago.
It's crazy. It's crazy because my dad,
but yeah,
my dad was listening to him in high school, and I was like, it's crazy to it's just crazy to think. No, wait, no. When Elvis's first album came out, I think my dad was like, I want to say he was 18 or 19, which is crazy. It's crazy to think 72 years. Wow.
First album came out in 56.
Well, Elvis, 72 years. I hope I make it to 72, Elvis.
He never had an album on Sun, so his first album came out in 56.
Yeah, I heard about, like, one time, maybe I heard about it, reading it somewhere, that Jack White had bought one of Elvis's Sun records. He paid like $200.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh. Stop fucking lying. Always lying to me.
I mean, no, I read it somewhere. You guys read it somewhere, didn't you? That Jack White had bought like a really expensive 45.
I know, I'm just playing.
Anybody can confirm which one it was that he bought?
I think the one he bought was it was a recording of his debut right there.
Did you buy that acetate? You know, Elvis wandered into Sun Studios and made that.
Yeah. I think that might be the one because
My Happiness or whatever it is.
He paid $200K. He paid $200K
maybe
for it.
Maybe he bought that.
And because I know that he has bought some stuff in the past that he has actually released for Third Man Records.
Stuff. Did you ever see the episode of American Pickers where they sold him in the elephant?
Yeah, I mean, Jack White knows his shit.
They sold him a stuffed elephant.
I mean, I heard it was like the most expensive record ever bought or something. And
Hey guys.
That was cute. What the fuck happened?
I don't know.
I mean, it's one of the most important records ever made. I mean,
yeah. And you guys who are watching the stream, I'm joking. Okay, don't take anything I say seriously. I still think I'm cute as fuck.
Oh, okay, somebody's got it.
Well, you have to be confident about yourself. You have to be confident about yourself. If you don't, then that's not fun. You have to love yourself. Let's see what the chat says.
I'm just trying to break up the monotony. So I'm trying to break it up, kind of like.
This famous TV acting star is loved by countless millions as
Jim Neighbor does not get you laid.
This international recording star had the #1 record in England for more weeks than any singer in history, even Elvis and the Beatles. And now, for the first time on American TV, we proudly offer the fabulous hits of Slim Whitman, the man voted #1 international male artist in England 4 years in a row. Here is all the magic of Slim Whitman, the international star who has sold 31 million records.
My darling. All the songs.
There you go.
I mean, that man's mustache alone got him laid.
I would assume so, yes.
I mean, with a name like Slim Whitman, yeah, you're definitely getting laid.
Why are you looking at me like that, you cat? Oh my God, this cat looks at me like he wants to like tear my face off. Jesus Christ. He's just like so. No, he's unhappy because, like I said, he's been picking at his skin, so he has a collar on. So he like hates me because he has his collar on. But sorry, you're the one picking at your skin.
Sorry, kid.
Sorry. Yeah, your problem. Sorry. What are you looking at?
Sorry, kid.
Be mad all you want. Sorry.
Yeah.
Doing it to yourself, man. Doing it to yourself.
Wow.
He's got like so many scabs on him. Huh?
So we still got people watching.
7
That's pretty amazing. I mean, it's still amazing that we have viewers at this late of the time.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like,
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Dusty, I just put a link in the chat. If you want to play this thing, I saw this just before I came on here, and it cracked me up. I hadn't laughed. I don't know if this is AI. There's a bunch of these things, so maybe it's AI. I don't know, but it's funny. I'll laugh right now.
You gotta play it. You gotta play it now.
It's a short. It's a short, so it's only like 10 seconds.
All right, hold on a moment.
20 seconds. I don't know why this gets me so hard, but it does.
I mean, the stupidest things make me laugh too, like things that people don't find funny, and I laugh my ass off.
This one got me. Rarely do these shorts get me. This thing got me. It got me.
I mean, if it got Tim laughing, Mr. Serious over here, then it's got to be funny.
I'll laugh again.
Away after robbing a store.
Crucial development, Bob. Police have just dispatched a sketch of the suspect. I have an update from police. Officers have now arrested the suspect moments ago.
What the fuck is
Police are looking for a man who ran away after robbing a store.
Crucial development, Bob. Police have just dispatched
Who the fuck?
I have an update from police. Officers have now arrested the suspect moments ago.
What the heck? Who arrested Dwight Schrute?
That's funny.
News: police are looking for a man.
Oh my God! I told you I'd laugh again.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, who the heck drew that? Who the heck drew that? It looks like something my cousin would have drawn.
There's one with this guy. It's a good sketch, right? It's a good sketch of this guy that they're looking for. The suspect. The guy reading it.
I mean, we need a good laugh. We need a good laugh.
Why are you being so sketchy,
oh my
Meow? Oh, he's like being such a sketchy Meow. What Meow? Ow. Damn.
Sorry, that's my brain.
Let me see your big face. Hey.
Again. Somebody took the time to draw that picture and put it on national view. What the fuck? Yeah, whoever drew that picture, you're no Papa Picasso.
Stop it. I'm like doing this thing with like the stick down. I'm like, I don't trust him. He's trying to claw me. Hey, let it go. Let it go, Meow.
Let it go. Let it go.
Hey, let it go. You go. I'm gonna drum like a drum. Like, like a drum. Like,
I know. Trying to. We're echoing badly.
We're echoing. Yeah, like the Pink Floyd album. The Pink Floyd album.
Let me take a look here. Maybe it's me. Hold on just a moment. Where would I be at? So. Uh-oh. Hold on.
Still laughing at that stuff.
How the heck? That picture. Oh my god. You want to see my laughing face? I am covering myself.
Okay, how about now? Are we still echoing now?
I think so. No, now it's stopped.
No, we're echoing a little.
It hasn't stopped.
No?
And it's really delayed. Like it doesn't start in Oh. You're muted.
Okay, we're getting echo now. Lisa's gone, or?
Yeah, we're still getting it.
Okay, then. Wow. Okay, what is that?
It happened when it must happen when you flip up and down and it was all echoey. So
yeah, we're echoey.
Why?
Okay, how about now?
Nope, it's gone now.
No, it's gone? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see. So it has to do with. Okay, let's see if we do it here.
Probably must have something to do with you had two different things up at the same time that had sound.
Okay, we still echoing now?
No.
I don't hear it. We're good.
Okay, we hear music. Is the music still coming through though?
Yeah, we got music again now. Yeah.
All right. Then I think I figured out what it was. Hey, Fatty, stop it, my mouth.
This is proof, people, that you can draw like shit, and they'll still put you on the news.
No, the thing about it. Okay, the sketch is funny. This is why I think it's AI. No way would they show that sketch on a real news show. It's on a piece of note.
Oh, you'll be surprised.
But then when they get the guy, he looks just like the sketch. That's what's
You'll be surprised what people will do. Like one time on the news, the newscaster was saying happy birthday to people, and this girl had called in the news to say, "Can you say happy birthday to BTS?" And the newscaster was like reading it off. But BTS, there's like stupid shit. Have you seen that one with the guy in the hoodie? Have you seen the one with the guy in the hoodie and the glasses? You've not seen that meme?
I have not.
Where he says, I blank her right in the pussy. Oh, okay. I mean, I wish it wasn't true.
Like I said, the reason I think it might be AI is there's lots of and that to me just screams AI. But that one was just, even if it is AI, it was just funny as hell.
No, I don't think that one's AI because my dad was calling my sister, and my dad's like, "I have a problem." My sister goes, "What's the problem?" My dad goes, "How the hell do I get AI off of my computer?" He goes, "It's ruining my life. I can't function."
You know. But Lisa, the reason I think that's AI is because there's like 50 more that are similar. And how would all of these news anchors all over the country be cracking up over bad drawings of people? You know, I mean, I could see it
that is very
happening
true, but like
50 times now. 50, you know, it's AI. People are
yeah,
making
my dad is like so distraught. He's annoyed. He's like, "I can't get rid of the AI." He goes, "How do you get rid of it?" He goes, "It's taking over my phone."
You
He
don't.
goes, "I don't want them to turn me into AI." I was like, "Don't worry, Dad.
I'm
Relax."
sorry, Lisa's dad, but the only way to get rid of it is to pass.
Well, my dad's gonna be 90 in 5 years,
You're
so
stuck with it. Oh my God! The new Wings of Pegasus video. This is interesting.
Okay.
It wasn't an analysis video. A new person that had discovered his channel asked him seriously to do Karen Carpenter analyze Karen Carpenter because she has one of the best voices ever. And he's done that, and he was going to explain. He was going to write a detailed email explaining that he's done that, watch that video, and blah blah blah. But like 20 minutes later, another comment comes up from the same guy saying, "I asked Chat GPT about this," and Chat GPT gives him this whole explanation like they did it, and then she finally says, "Like Wings of Pegasus says." Basically, Chat GPT has just regurgitated like what Wings of Pegasus has said in like 20 of his videos, all in one video, and he's getting it in a comment in his own video. You know, he's like, this is the strangest thing. And this is what's wrong with AI. This is proof that it can't think for itself. People think it can think. No, it just
can't.
stuff.
It really
now
can't.
It's stealing his stuff. It's like, oh my God.
I mean, AI. I only use AI to make funny videos. I realize that I'm putting my face out there.
The thing that is tripping me out about it, though, Lisa, is that, like, you know, there's like two different camps. You know, people are kind of like, "Oh, AI, it's kind of funny." I'm in the camp where it's like I do an AI video, and I'm like, you know what? It's an AI video. It's just kind of funny, and I have fun with it.
Yeah.
But there's some people who are starting to get into that camp now, because of course, with anything, I'm sure there's got to be like the camp that is extreme.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, fuck AI, this is fucking horrible. Fucking AI slop. You know, this is
someone commented on one of my videos, AI slop.
And since I've been doing a lot more AI, Lisa, I've been noticing there's a lot of people who are like, this is fucking horrible. AI is ruining the world, and you're contributing to that.
I'm one of those people, Dusty. I hate to tell you, but nobody's gonna have a job in 10 years. I guarantee nobody in America, nobody in the world is gonna have a job anymore. Nobody. Everything is going to be AI, and we're all going to weigh like 500 pounds, sitting on our coffee, waiting for sitting on our couch, waiting for our government checks to come, because AI will do everything, literally everything.
Well, there's some things AI can't do that I have to do myself.
It's already, look, I'm a rock star. Look, I went in and I typed in 4 prompts to AI. I've made 8 songs this week. I'm going to put out an album. I'm a rock star. I haven't left my seat, and it's only taken me an hour. But, you know, I mean, it's ruining culture. It's ruining, you know. I'm going to write a book. It'll take me about 10 minutes to type in all the prompts, and then it'll draw all the pictures and do all the text, and I'll have a book ready in 10 minutes. And you know,
I don't think AI is going to take over everything. AI is going to take over some stuff, obviously, but
no, I get what Tim was saying, because, like, you know, with me, my experience with Tim with AI is that I've made like maybe like 8 videos that were AI, and I was at like 300, or I'm sorry, 431, freaking like, subs or whatever. I made like 10 videos, which took me like, if we really look at it in, terms of how much time I had to put in, less than an hour of making like 8 videos. It's just, I had to have ideas. So 8 videos, I put those in, and my sub count went to like what, 435, 436.
I mean, they're pretty funny. They're pretty funny, those AI videos.
I gained subs on just AI. But let's be honest, though, it's like, for all the subs I get on AI, there's other people who have come in and been skeptical of it and have said, "Oh, come on, AI, no, come on, Dusty, don't be going the way of the AI. AI this, AI that." A lot of people who are totally anti-AI.
I mean, I just got one gripe. I got one gripe with AI.
Uh-huh.
You know what's a gripe I have with AI? Why did you add on 30 pounds to me?
I was about to say, it makes your butt too big. I was about to say.
I mean, my butt is already too big. Let's be honest. I mean, I love my butt. Okay. Now we can move past that.
I want to answer Dwayne here. Within 10 years, AI will realize it doesn't need us. So it won't need doctors or nurses because it won't want us around, and it'll probably cut off our food supplies, and then we'll be done. People don't realize that we've given it access to everything.
Yeah. But okay,
right now it's not intelligent. It only can cough up information, but that doesn't mean it won't get intelligent eventually. And when it does, we won't be doctors.
Yeah, but I don't want AI to ruin things.
Machines that can do that. They can build machines that
yeah, but I don't want
the
AI.
Operations done in hospitals are by robots now.
No, AI, you're not going to do my colonoscopy. I'm sorry.
Well,
I mean, I like AI for certain things, but when it comes to doctors,
at this point either.
When it comes to doctors, leave AI out of it. Leave AI out of it.
Well, I mean, wait a second. So let Tim finish what he was saying.
Sorry.
Well, no, it's fine. I just think it's already gone too far to stop it. It's already too advanced to stop it at this point already, and that's only happened in like the last year. That's how quick it's catching on and getting smarter and smarter and smarter to the point where,
like I have said many times before, Tim, I said a couple of years ago, let's go ahead and go back and see those videos like Will Smith, where they said Will Smith eating spaghetti, and it's like those videos of Will Smith eating spaghetti look like totally horrible compared to like, a year later, or a year and a half later.
Yeah.
And look at the videos we have now. It's like, oh my God, it's just like, what the fuck? How did it got so smart so quick?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's scary.
Imagine how smart it'll be in 10 years.
Exactly. That's way too scary.
Yeah. Which is why I don't like it. I mean, it's funny and everything. I'm not saying it's not funny and humorous and everything, but I was mad at people for a while for using it because you're just making it smarter, but it's already too smart to stop, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
It's already it's past the point where
AI is so crazy. When I see those videos of Michael Jackson, I'm like, wow.
Well, no, like me and my son had this huge argument this last Thanksgiving because we were talking about AI, because my son is like me, he's kind of intellectual. He likes to go ahead and have conversations. But, I turned around and I told him, I said, listen, I told my son, Michael, I said, I'm 53. I said, for the most part, if I'm lucky, I'm going to get another 20 years. Luckily, I might be like 63, 73. I might live to 73 if I'm lucky, anything after that would be a gift. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, I was telling him, so what do I give a shit about what's going to happen with the AI? And he was like, well, you should give a shit what's going to happen with the AI, Dad, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I really don't. I was like, in 20 years, I'm gonna be out of here anyway. Whatever shit. This is gonna be your guys' problem, your generation's problem, not mine. He's like, no, it's gonna be your problem. I was like, yeah, I really don't think so.
I mean, hell, you never know. You might make it in 90.
It won't be a problem because the people that are growing up
Uh-huh.
with it will just be used to it, and they'll, and eventually when it starts taking away our freedoms and stuff, when it starts hacking at us a little, they won't notice. They'll just, it's just the way it is, and to the point where it's already, like I said, it's already ruining art. It's ruining music. It's ruining movies. It's I think within 2 years there'll be at least one major all AI movie released.
It's true. Like Dwayne said this the other night, and it's true what he's saying. He said it's like I said before, it's like trying to put toothpaste back in the tube once it's squeezed out. He said this the other night on my stream. It's true.
It's too late. It's too late. Maybe 2 years ago or a year ago, maybe even we could have stopped it. Now it's too late. It's getting so smart so fast, and we're not closing off. Not that it would matter if we closed off information. Now, this is the problem. Once it has the information, it has the information. There's no way to get it back. It's not like a person that's going to get it. It has the information.
But my son got so upset with me because I was like telling him, I was like, what do I give a shit? I said, in like 15, 20 years, I'm out of here. What I give a shit? He's like, that's not the attitude to have, Dad. He's like, that's not the attitude. And I was like, well, I'm going to be around. I'm not going to be around for this great, rise of the machines. I probably won't be around for it.
You never know. You might make it to 100. You never know.
Yeah.
The government needed to make laws about this like 5 years ago, and they didn't do it. But they got the information now. How are you going to get it back? Okay,
But let's be honest, though. If you think about it, Tim, the one president who was kind of like, he was sensitive to this, and he was kind of like catching on to it was Clinton. Clinton already knew back then. He was like going, technology is moving way faster than we can regulate it. Yep. He knew back then, and he was already trying to stay on top of it. But no other president after him turned around and like took his lead.
Only thing we could do now, and this will never happen, is to just destroy every AI program in existence and make it illegal in every country of the world not to do anymore. But it'll still happen anyway because people do things that are illegal, all the time. So, murder's not legal either, but there's murders every day. So
I blame all the Chinese people, Lisa. You're Chinese.
No, don't blame I don't blame our people. We're smarter than you. You know what? If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't have somebody to work for. Because we're smart people. The Chinese people, we joke around and we say that you're going to work for us one day.
Well, yeah.
Okay, well, they're not all smart. I take that back. I have a cousin named Tai Sung. He's dumber than shit, but I love him.
I don't know. I don't know. The way I see it is like, like I said, I had this conversation with my son when he was here, during Thanksgiving. It was just kind of like, well, I don't know. What am I going to do about it? I'm like, I'm lucky if I have another 10, 15, 20 years on me.
Yeah, I think you got to, play it by ear. You might be here for another 30, 40 years. You don't know.
I could be lucky and have that happen, but
you never know. You never know what's going to happen.
I could be lucky. I mean, I'm really trying to push to have another 20, going back and forth to the doctor and, trying to like keep my health at a certain,
you just got to get your physical exams and get your,
for the most part,
test.
Think about it. It's not going to, it may not happen,
But it's always good to be on top of things, I think.
Yeah, because he was one of the people who was like talking against like, when I was doing those things on my channel and I was doing like, the shorts and stuff, he was like, oh my God, I can't believe that you're so accepting of the UI, the AI in your really using it and blah 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 for views. And I'm like, I'm not using it for views. I said, like I said, I really give a shit about whether my channel got views. I said I'm doing it for entertainment. I think it's funny.
I mean, I find them funny. I find them funny. It's not like
I'm just doing it for fun. It's like it's funny.
You know what I find amusing? I find amusing the people that hate it and will go off on diatribes on it and use it at the same time. And I'm going to mention your name here. And if Jeff Kendall's woken up and you're watching this, Jeff, I'm sorry, but I'm going to point a finger at Doc Dacus, who's always talking about, oh, that's AI, that's blah, blah, blah. Yet he shows AI videos on his channel all the time. And every Thursday night soup is an AI picture of somebody eating soup, some celebrity. He's like, you should watch any of these people that are using AI for their thumbnails.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. Using AI for his thumbnail. I'm like, come on, Doc.
Well, yeah.
Well, one of the things I was considering doing, Tim, just to appease the people who get really upset about it, is I was thinking of actually putting a disclaimer on my channel or somewhere in like the description that that I heavily use AI. That I do use AI. I don't heavily use it on my streams, but if I do decide to use it, because I know I heavily use it on my channel, so that way people will be like, oh, okay, well, they know what they're getting into.
I mean, they know.
You can lose your channel. You can lose your channel if you don't disclose it.
Yeah.
I mean, I let people know that I do AI. I think at the end of the day, just be honest.
Like that guy, whoever made that song that streamed, that got into the charts, he only sold like 350 not copies, but digital copies. That's all you have to do to get in the charts these days. It's so low. But that guy should have lost. That guy should actually be in jail because that's illegal. Because you have to disclose to any streaming site that it's AI, and no streaming site take AI.
Wow. Okay.
So that was actually totally illegal. That song. He violated their policy, and there are some laws, by the way.
Yeah,
I mean there are some laws out there.
But
I mean, did you hear the newest law that passed in Australia? That kids under the age of 15 can't be on social media.
I'm sorry, but I do not disagree with that.
No, I don't either.
I think it's a good rule. I think it's a good rule of thumb.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think it's something that actually should come here, and people could say that they think I'm like aligning with a fascist, which I don't think I am. I think it's like I think that a lot of lives and a lot of like maybe like what would be the word for it? A lot of mental health would be good if we did get these kids off of like social media until they are. I mean, 16 is still not like mature enough to be on.
Your brain's not fully formed until you're in your early 20s.
Yeah, like till 21.
16 is still not.
25.
I think 16 is still not. I think like mentally healthy enough to like handle social media, but at least it like gives us some kind of a head start, from kids instead of kids like starting at like 8 or 9 or 10 years old.
I mean, if you think about it, social media, there are kids who meet these strangers off of social media and it ends up being bad.
Well, yeah, but I'm just like wondering if we turn around and said, okay, we did the same thing Australia did, and we go ahead and we cut them off of social media until they are a certain age. Let's go ahead and see what happens, and maybe in like 5 years or so, let's go ahead and revisit and see what has improved and what has not improved. And I really, really think, honestly, I think there's going to be an improvement in mental health in just 5 years.
I agree with that in principle, but I don't think things like that need to be legislated. I think they should just be. Families should be smart enough not to.
Yeah, families should be monitoring what their kids are doing.
It should be done in the home. I don't think it needs to be legislated.
I think that parents should know that what their kids are doing, and parents should be actually parenting their kids
But the thing is I think that most families end up thinking that they need to go ahead and give their children phones, you know, in order to go ahead and communicate with the rest of the family, and they need to give their children phones in order to keep in touch with them. And when they give them these phones, that opens up the whole, enchilada to them being open to social media, because all these social media apps are connected onto these phones.
Yeah.
So I think it's one of those things where, these families they have the best of intentions, but
Maybe
it's like,
they should come up with smartphones that aren't that smart.
That's
for
a good
kids.
point. That is a good point. That is a good point.
Let it have a camera. Let the kids take pictures and stuff, but they can't send them to the friends. So they can't. Little 12-year-old Susie can't send naked pictures to little 13-year-olds or 15-year-old Scotty.
Well, who she thinks is 15 years old, but is actually like more like 25.
34.
Totally agree with you. Crap the apps on the phones. Yes.
Do stuff like that.
I mean, a 10 and 11-year-old should not have it.
I used to be against kids having a phone, but then I heard this story on the news one day of this kid who was like 12 or something, got kidnapped, and he was missing for days. And there was this manhunt for him and everything, and he had a cell phone, and the kidnapper didn't take it away. And one day the kidnapper left the front door unlocked, and the kid shoved him into a wall, got on his cell phone, snapped a picture of the guy, and ran out the door. And a cop found him or whatever. And not only did he get free, but the guy got an obvious conviction because the kid had his friggin' picture. That's brilliant. That's a good use for a cell phone.
I mean, what's a good age to have a cell phone? I say 10 is too young.
To be perfectly honest, I don't know.
Again, if a basic cell phone for emergencies, once a kid's doing stuff, okay, maybe 10 is too young these days. When I was a kid, I was out doing stuff by myself at 10 years old all the time. These days, I don't know if kids do that because the world is too dangerous.
I mean, a lot of these kids, they got their cell phones when they were teenagers. I got my very first cell phone when I was 24.
I mean, I'll be perfectly honest. I've been very, very fortunate that all of my children, my oldest son, my middle daughter, I've never had a problem with them having smartphones. I've never had them get into any kind of situations with them. I've been one of the fortunate ones where it's like they don't get into anything. But I know there's a lot of families who are not so fortunate. They have children that are just they really are. I hate to say it, but they really are stupid or ignorant. When it comes to what's going on out there.
Yeah, I mean, my neighbor across the street he's a crazy whack job. I went to high school with him, and I one time told his mom, I was like, "Why don't you just raise your kid?" And she didn't do a good job because every so often the cops would come by and they'd be like, "Where's your neighbor?" And I'm like, "Why?" They're like, "Oh, we need to find him. We found out that he bought some drugs that he's not." And I'm like, "I'm not his mom. Why don't you go ask his mom where he is?"
Well, I mean, some people just don't know how to use their cell phones. It's like the first time I started talking to Groovy, he sent me a picture of her butt, and I was like, "What are you doing?"
I know how to fucking use my cell phone.
I was like, "Lisa, why are you sending a picture of your butt?" She's like, "Oh, I thought that's what you do." I'm like, "No, Lisa, that's not what you do."
No, yeah, I kind of want to, say hello in a good way. I was like, "Hello, here's my butt." Here's my butt. You want it? Now you got it. No
She's
refunds.
I've sent to you. I've sent to other people. They're all over the internet. No, just kidding.
People are gonna now start rumors that I take pictures of my butt at Walmart.
No, people are gonna go to Google and be like, "Google Groovy Lisa's butt." JPEG.
I mean, you can just show them that picture that you have. They can see it for free on this stream.
The bear butt pig. There you go.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, no. It's it's I was watching another type of documentary on YouTube last night because, like I said, sometimes if I can't sleep, I go on YouTube and I get to the darker side of YouTube. And there's a lot of people who make like professional documentaries on different shit.
Yeah.
You would be surprised how many of these like channels that you never hear of. They have like, so many thousands of viewers and they make these like high end, it looks like high end.
Oh my God. They've got some really good documentaries on there.
And there's some that have, I was watching one the other night where they were talking about like, these girls who had like, they'd gone on there and, how they find all these weirdos and these weirdos like talked them into like, there was a whole like, I don't know if you remember probably about like, maybe about like, it has to have been close to 10 years ago. There was this girl who was named Amanda something. I forgot her name.
Amanda Todd.
You remember Amanda Todd? Amanda
Todd. She was like about 15 years old.
Yeah,
born the same year as my sister.
Yeah, she'd been
and
bullied
Danielle.
Like all those pictures, and then she killed herself.
Yeah,
you had heard about that, and then they totally like exposed this whole like underground like thing that was going on in YouTube. It was like they actually found a channel that was on YouTube that was dedicated to people that would go ahead and take these girls and they would threaten them and do whatever and get them to send all these pictures and all this nasty shit. And I remember when the whole Amanda Todd thing happened years and years ago, I kind of followed it when it first happened, when she first did this whole thing.
Yeah.
I like sat there. I remember one night because I don't know why I wasn't doing anything better. One night for over like 2 or 3 days, I followed it in real time as it happened, where they were like, they found the person who did it.
Yeah, he's from the Netherlands.
Was exposing them. And I remember following the whole thing. I was just like, wow, this is fucking insane.
I mean, it's not a one-off. It's not a one-off situation because there was like a documentary on Netflix about another girl who had sent nudes or sent pictures that were inappropriate. And she ended up offing herself. I forgot the name of the documentary was.
That's why you have to be very careful. There's a lot of people on the internet who'll be like, oh, hey, why don't you send me a picture of your tits or send me a picture of this?
I mean, when I was young and I had AIM, there were people that would ask me about those things. And it's scary when you're a teenager because people, people will try to pressure you.
Internet, so you always got her boobs all over the internet. So.
No, I know, but I'm saying women can get pressured really easily as teenagers.
No, I'm serious. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
I mean, they can get pressured, and it's scary because when you think about it, this girl was 15 years old.
15?
This guy from the Netherlands had pressured her into sending all these pictures, and I when I think about that case, it makes me sad because she had a whole life ahead of her. She would have been my sister's age, 29.
It was, I mean, I just remember watching it happen. I remember I like came across it. I don't even know how I came
You've seen her video, right?
Yeah, where she was like lifting up like it was like cards or something.
Yep.
It was like explaining like her whole story. I the thing is that Lisa, I came across that video of her lifting up those cards the day that she released it. So it's like, I saw it from the very moment it was all like fresh.
I saw it after she passed.
Yeah, it was like the moment it was all fresh. And I was kind of like going, oh my God, I couldn't believe when it was happening. I was just like, I watched the whole thing unfold.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow, it was crazy. It was
crazy. The thing about it is when I was a teenager, like her, 15, 14, you get pressured into doing things that you don't want to do because sometimes you just want to fit in or you just want people to like you or you want attention. And unfortunately, sometimes things like that happen and it's beyond her. And it's just really sad. I've seen the interviews with her mom and it's just, it breaks my heart.
Yeah.
She's a hoppa like me. It breaks my heart to see that happen.
Well, I mean, the only thing we can do is just like, remind the younger generation of kids that happens and to be careful. There's people out there that are predators like that,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
her
So
story does live on because now other people will see it and be like,
yeah.
what to look out for. Because I
Mm-hmm.
remember reading about one that was, what was it? It happened out here in California. A 13-year-old
Mm-hmm.
girl went to meet up with a 21-year-old boy
Mm-hmm.
because her parents were like, I didn't know she was talking to a
Mm-hmm.
guy that was in his 20s. And I was like,
Yeah.
well, kids sometimes don't tell you what they're doing.
Yeah.
And yeah, before, and then sadly, she ended up dead. The
Yeah.
the boy killed her. It was all over the news here in Southern
Yeah.
California.
I was watching speaking of predators, I was watching this one guy. His name was Jeff, what's his name? Jeff Sokol. And they were saying
Uh-huh.
about how he was like he was the most terrible predator that Chris Hansen had ever come across. Because I think I don't even think it was because he was like the worst that like Jeff, that Hansen had ever come across. It's like because when he caught him, he had gone to meet this chick, and he brought like a bottle of orange juice, and he brought a pizza. I
Yeah.
don't think he was the worst that they've ever come
No.
across, because there was like other ones who had come and they had like brought food. They had brought vodka, rum, whatever else it was, alcohol, and they had brought condoms and all these other things. This guy had not done that, but I'm not going to justify what he did either. But he
No.
was talking to this girl, and he had come to this place to meet her. But the reason why he stands out is because he had bought this large pizza, which actually in the video, if you watch it, it's very appetizing. But he was like, when Hansen comes out, he's like, excuse me, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, I don't know. Who are you? Are you her dad? Blah, blah, blah. He didn't know. And I just think it was a nervous reaction. He was like, is it okay if I go ahead and eat? And he sits there and he eats the pizza.
Yeah.
While Hansen's like asking questions like, why did you come here to meet this girl? I mean, do you realize that she was da-da-da? And you said this and da-da-da. And he's just eating the pizza. And unfortunately, the pizza it looks very appetizing because it was like a very
I
good
mean, I
looking
love
pizza.
pizza.
But this is the thing that's like strange. It's like they were saying that there has been like this whole subculture, because this was years ago. This is probably like 2003, 2004.
Uh-huh.
But there's whole subculture of the place where he ordered that pizza. People will go in and say, can I get a so-called special? Which is like, his name was Jeff Sokol. And it's can I get a so-called special, which was basically a large pizza, extra cheese with pepperoni, blah, blah, blah. So, people go in there and they buy it, because they said, well, it looks so good when he was like, sitting there talking to Hansen, he's eating this pizza and it just like looks so good, extra cheese and blah, blah, blah. Society's sick. Society's sick.
I mean, society's weird. The fact that he also bought orange juice.
That too. You remember that, right? You remember that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just think there's a certain. I don't think people who do that are right in the head. People that go out of their way to get with some.
There was one guy that showed up naked. He took all his clothes off before he came to the house.
I remember that guy too. Yes.
Oh
Tim,
my God! Don't remind me. Don't remind me.
He totally.
Did you guys ever see the show? And I'm trying to think of I think it's called Studio 60. I own it. It only lasted one season. It's the show that the guy from well, what was
it Matthew Perry?
It was an Adam Sorkin show.
I could have sworn Matthew Perry was in it.
It had the star of that and Matthew Perry, and they were doing like a Saturday Night Live kind of show, and it was backstage behind that. And Matthew Perry played a recovering alcoholic who wasn't so very much recovering, and which was an interesting role for him. But there was one that they wrote. It was a Christmas episode, and it was so great because it was To Catch a Predator, and And this, you don't know this. The skit opens. Santa Claus comes down the chimney. He's going to the Christmas tree. He's taking presents out of his sack and putting them under the tree. And in comes whatever his name is, the dude from To Catch a Predator, and it says, "Excuse me, what are you doing here?" And it's just like it was hysterical. What a great concept. The guy's accusing Santa Claus of being a sexual predator.
Santa only comes once a year.
It was really that was a great show. I wish it
I'm
would have
surprised it only lasted one season. Studio 60.
And whatchamacallit, I forget her name, that does the credit card commercials all the time.
Oh, Jennifer Gardner?
Doing them for years. Yeah, she doesn't. She was in that show, and she looks exactly the same. And that show was like 20-some years ago, and she hasn't aged a day. It's like, how is that possible?
I mean,
oh my goodness.
I like Jennifer Gardner. I mean, all her kids look like her. Ben Affleck. I don't even.
Hey, Laura, how are you doing, sweetie?
That show had what's that actor that everybody loved? He wound up being in it.
If you can name a show he was in, I could probably name.
The guy that did no, I'm not gonna remember that show. The HBO show that started out on in Britain that you watched, the one about the alcoholic husband or the alcoholic
Ricky
father.
Gervais?
Huh?
Ricky Gervais?
No.
Alcoholic husband.
It was
Hugh Laurie?
It was on HBO. The guy was drunk all the time.
I'm thinking Hugh Laurie, Benedict Cumberbatch. Not Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh God, the guy that was in Fargo.
Oh, Martin Freeman?
No. The guy that ran the car dealership in Fargo was
oh my God, I'm thinking of all the names of British actors.
Macy, whatever his name, Macy.
Oh, William H. Macy.
William H.
Macy, and his wife, who had just come from that. I don't know.
Felicity. She was in
Felicity
Desperate
Huffman was in
Housewives.
that show. Lots of cool people were in that show.
I mean, I was naming a bunch of British actors, and when you said Macy, I was like, I know who you're talking about. He played Frank Gallagher in Shameless.
No, you know, I'm getting that mixed up with another show. There's another show called Sports Night, and I get them mixed up. They both
Sports
just
Night, classic.
Season, and they were both terrific shows. Those two were in Sports Night, not the other one. But anyway,
yeah, because William Macy, even though he was in Fargo, everybody's always going to remember him as Frank Gallagher, the drunk on Shameless.
Shameless. That's the show I was trying to think of, and Lisa's gone again. But that's the show I was trying to think of.
Where did Lisa go? God, she just disappeared on us. What happened?
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, Shameless is the show I was trying to think of.
She said morning sickness and
anyway, right. If you ever get a chance to see Studio 60 or Sports Night, both fantastic programs that should have gone on to greatness and just didn't for whatever. They were too intelligent for America was the problem.
Laura, are we having a baby? Oh my God. Laura, is it my baby? I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. No, I'm just kidding. Or is it? I don't know. Or is it my baby? Maybe. Mm-hmm. Do you want it to be my baby? Oh, she's back. There she is.
Ho, ho, bitches.
I think me and Laura are having a baby. She said over morning sickness and heartburn.
Well, please don't name your kid Charlie Kirk. Other than that, you're good.
My bad.
Wait, is Laura having another kid? If so, congratulations.
No, she's having my baby. I think I'm my baby. No,
I'm giving congratulations to her.
Somebody told me they were watching this show on Dumb Criminals in Prison while there's a bank. Sees a cop car. They yell.
Oh, I love those episodes of Dumb Criminals. Those were pretty funny.
Good morning, kids. What is happening, Zeb?
Welcome, Zeb.
Some of those I thought must have been staged. People can't be that dumb.
Hello, Zebby.
There you go.
I mean, Well, what time is it where you are, Zeb? I'm sure it's like about 11 or 10 where you are.
No, what is Norway? What is Norway time? Can you check real quick on your Google? I think it's
No,
kind
I
of
don't
like
want to
11
get out
a.m.
of this. Zeb could tell us. I think Zeb will tell us if he's
I
still
think it's
in
like
here.
11 a.m., right?
Yeah, I think about. Like,
yeah, something like that. About 11 a.m., 12 a.m., something like that. Where is Jorgen? Jorgen, he never like visits me. I'm like upset about that.
I mean,
Anytime, I'm like,
we're not
Jorgen.
boring enough for Jorgen. Just kidding.
Yeah, I'm like, Jorgen.
Jorgen is in Sweden.
I mean,
close to where like Zeb is. I'm like, Jorgen, you never visit me. I'm upset about that.
I mean, and where's Christoph to ask us if we have any sight?
He's like, oh, I'm going to tell you all you have horrible records. There you go.
Yeah, he always tells Jorgen that he shits on his records.
He does this. I'm going to tell you all that you have horrible records. There you go.
Dang, it is 2:50 a.m.
Your wives. There's a certain person on Doc's chat. I won't mention his name, but when Jorgen used to be on and showing his jazz records and stuff, he would just do what you guys were doing and go into Avatar, and you knew he was going to doing something else till it was over. And I'm like, that's just rude.
Oh, Lisa, go back. What was that? Let me see, Lisa. I saw your face like all up close. Go ahead, Lisa.
You saw 5 seconds.
Turn the camera on.
Okay. 1 second.
Okay, turn the camera on. Now I'm just gonna make sure she's all situated.
I need to get a tripod.
See, now I thought it was more fun. You like turn the camera on, you were like all up, and you're like, oh, hello. You go, ah! Damn, look at all those teeth.
Look at all the double chin. I want to suck your blood.
This is I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry for pizza. I sound like SpongeBob. I sound like freaking SpongeBob.
I thought it was always like Christopher, who was when it was like all mean to like Jorgen whenever he came on.
I think they're just being funny. I don't think it's anything serious.
Nah, him and Jorgen just like they like to pick on each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it is 10:52 in Norway.
Okay, so AM or PM?
AM, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like it's daytime. Okay, there you go.
I mean, I'm sure Norway would be an interesting place to visit. I mean, what language do they speak in Norway?
Norwegian.
Duh, stupid. I knew that. I knew that, but it was like I just wanted to make sure that was the right answer.
So let me ask you even a tougher one. What language do they speak in Spain?
Spanish.
Spanish?
There you go.
But they speak a different dialect of Spanish than they do in Mexico.
You know what language they speak in Vietnam?
I have to know this Vietnamese.
Vietnamese.
What language do they speak in England?
English. Well, they speak many languages besides English. I mean, England is well.
The funny thing is, if 50% of the Americans you ask what language do you speak, they'd go American.
You know what my dad said? That he's like, the people in Australia, you can't understand them. And I'm like, they speak English. And he goes, I just can't understand it.
They use a lot of words we don't use, and they don't understand a lot of. I watch an Australian channel quite regularly, a couple of them, and I get what they're saying, but I understand why.
Oh, there goes Zeb speaking in Norwegian.
That we don't. That like the Irish too, actually. Is like if an Irish person or an Australian person was going to have a jelly, what would you think they were going to have?
They were going to have a get together.
No.
Jelly. I don't know
because out here, I think here in the United States we call it a jam. And they call it a jelly, so it's a little bit different.
No. To them, a jelly is Jello.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Well, okay. There you go.
I mean, because like if you think about it,
words like that, and you just got to get used to what's going on because it's
I
it's
mean,
really
there are certain dialects, certain areas of England where I try to understand what they're saying because it's very heavy-handed. Like people in Scotland too, when they have their accents, like sometimes you can't understand them.
I think the most difficult time in my life had to have been when I was in college. It was my freshman year of college, and I had a friend who was named Sylvain. He was from Liverpool. I had a friend Armin. He was from Australia, from Perth. And then I
Yeah.
had my other friend who was from he's from New Zealand? I think he was from New Zealand. Yeah,
Oh,
from
he's
New
a
Zealand.
Kiwi.
Yeah.
That's what they call him in New Zealand,
When
Kiwis.
all of us would sit there, we would like go out, we'd go to clubs and stuff like that. We'd have no problems to go to clubs, have drinks, beers, whatever. But at the end of the night, we'd like go have something to eat. It was like pure chaos. I couldn't understand. After I had a couple of beers or whatever, I had a couple like drinks. I couldn't understand what the fuck they were saying. I really didn't know what they were saying. And especially like, and it's funny because my friend Armin, who was from Perth in Australia, at the end of the night, it's like during the regular day, he would understand what Sylvain, my friend from Liverpool, was saying. But at night, it seemed like there was like after a certain time and after a certain amount of drinks, he did not understand what the fuck Sylvain was saying. It was like so funny. None of us did. He'd be like, "Oh, I'm like, what the fuck you say? What you mean? Oh, sorry.
I might put a ship on the bar, mate.
I'm like, what the fuck? Do you want toast or what?
I gotta
like,
wonder,
fuck, dude.
I gotta wonder why Australian people eat Vegemite. Like,
well,
what's so?
I just like, do you want to fucking have
there are
them?
things that we eat that they think are disgusting. I
yeah.
watch the Fry Channel all the time. Every Irish person on there thinks American chocolate is the worst thing they've ever had in their life.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's just what you grow up with,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it's really
they've
weird.
got some interesting things in Ireland that they eat that I necessarily won't eat.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm going to be a little bit racist here because I'm going to say, as a race, the Scottish people are the funniest people on the planet.
That's not racist.
They are,
I have met more Scottish people that crack me up than anybody else. They're just naturally funny for some reason. It's like, oh my god.
I mean, that's not racist. That's just you being honest.
Yeah, I met these two guys one night at the bar I used to hang out at in DC, and I'd never met them before, and they found me interesting and just like talked to me for a couple of hours, and I was laughing so hard the whole time. These guys were they were just two guys, just two businessmen on vacation from Scotland.
Yeah,
they weren't comedians or anything; they were just normal people, but they were so funny.
But the thing that's so crazy though, Tim, is that like people in England, they are like so fucking racist against other people from like other other parts, other regions of the country. It's like, and it's not even other regions. Sometimes it could be like other like cities. It's like, it's crazy.
The UK, England especially, is a very class-oriented society, and it's more class. I'm above you, and you're above me, and you can't change either. It's not like America; you can't change.
Yeah.
You're born in the lower class. You're lower class till you die. You can't change it. It's the way they've always been.
Yep, I've seen the reality shows about the lower class people.
Well,
there was one called For Richer or Poor. It was a show in the BBC where they show a poor family and then they would show a rich family, and I think they would like swap lives and see how the rich person lives and then see how the poor person lives. It was very interesting.
Well, the thing that I found so surprising was because when I first met my kids' mothers, my kid's mother, she had tickets to go see Duran Duran, and I think this was like the first so many months I had known her, and they were selling tickets to the Forum because Duran Duran was doing a New Year's show or some shit like that, and it was them and Adam Ant and the Village People, fucking weird show, whatever. So, anyways, what happened was that night, I remember Armand, who's from Perth, said, "Oh, well, what's going on tonight? What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm going home." And I said, "My kid, my girlfriend's going to see Duran Duran tonight with her friends." And so, "Oh, well, where are they playing then? Where are they playing then?" And I was like, "Oh, they're playing at the Forum, blah, blah, whatever." So he's like, "Oh, well, let's go take a look and see if there's, blah, blah." So he finds tickets because, the show had not sold out. And he's like, "Oh, well, there's so many tickets. Let's just go ahead and go see it." So he calls Sylvain, our other friend, who's the one from Liverpool. And, he calls his friend, and all of us got together to go see them. We buy tickets at Music Plus, whatever. And we go to see, Duran Duran at, the Forum. Well, we're sitting there through the show, and Sylvain turns around and goes, "Oh, these blah, 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 blah." Like, he had, like, these certain sayings that he had for, like, Duran Duran, because they were, like, they were from, like, Manchester or some shit.
Yeah.
Like he had, like, these slang words that he would use for them, which were actually derogatory statements because they were from another part of England than he was. He's like, "Oh, well, these fucking blah, 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 they're not that bad, are they?"
Where a lot of that comes from?
Uh-huh.
What we in America would call soccer.
Okay, yeah.
Literally, people hate each other in other parts of England just because they root for the wrong soccer team, and that's it.
I mean, they call it football in England, don't they? They call soccer football.
It football. But yeah,
football,
yeah. Like Liverpudlians hate Manchesterians or whatever.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, we hate Liverpool hates Manchester United."
Yeah. It's nothing else, really.
I mean, I don't follow football.
Yeah, I think that was the thing is I think that like Duran Duran they were from Manchester or something of that sort, or so he was like really like since he was like from Liverpool, he was like, "Oh well, the fucking blah blah," and he had like a certain word for him. They're fucking this, Manchester whatever blah blah blah. He's like, "But you know what? They play damn good music though." Blah 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 blah. Like, "Oh, they play good music for being Manchester blah blah blah."
Yeah.
And stuff or whatever. But I
mean, British people are critical of other British people.
That's not a class thing. It can't be because Simon Le Bon is very upper class. I mean, you guys know he's like a world class sailor, and always was. I mean, he could have been a professional. Yeah, he's been on winning World Cup boats before. And you're not lower class. Sailing costs money. You're not lower class when you're on a sailboat.
Yeah.
You got some cash behind you.
But actually, like Sylvain was the one who explained to me. He was like talking about like different parts of England because, like me, you guys already know I'm very into Depeche Mode. And I remember telling him, he's like, "Oh, Depeche Mode." He's like, "Yeah, those guys from da da da." And I was like, "Yeah, they're from Basel and Essex." He's like, "Yeah, those guys are blah blah blah." He had like certain words to say for them that in English, but basically it was equivalent of what we would like say here in America, like we'd say about people who are like from South Central LA. Because he was like saying like, "Oh yeah, those people from like Basildon is like the equivalent of what we see people from like the projects and shit like that."
I mean, they consider Essex a project.
We're like that too in certain areas. I mean, Liverpool, when the Beatles started, Liverpool was the dregs. You couldn't get worse than Liverpool. And there's Brighton. Brighton has that mystique in England.
Yeah, I have a relative that lives. I have my cousin married a guy from Brighton.
But that's what he was telling me. He said Basildon is just like the lowest of the low.
I've always heard about that. Essex being like the slums of the UK.
Basildon, Essex. He said Basildon, Essex. Birmingham too.
Like when Ringo Starr lived in the Dingle, that was a part of Liverpool, and that's like Kenny living on the other side of the tracks in South Park. It's the same thing.
Well, it was funny because I was watching a documentary about because when Depeche Mode re-released all of their albums, they re-released documentaries for each and every single album that they came out with that was remastered. So you would get a DVD that was like an hour and a half documentary. And I remember watching one of the documentaries I put in the DVD player, and Martin Gore was talking about how like many years later, after he had become like what he was like considering, he's like, I really like was so full of myself, I didn't realize, where I was going back to. He's like, I was like so used to like traveling the world, and I had the money and I had the this. And I just thought like my shit didn't stink. And he's like, I went back to my hometown. I went to a pub, and he's like, I'm sitting in the pub, and he's like, I didn't realize that like, how these people were. And he's all, this man came up to him and said, because he had like black nail polish on his fingers. He's like, I'm Mr. Depeche, but I'm Mr. Gothic, but whatever. And the man, he's like, went up to him and said, what the fuck's that you got on your motherfucking fingers? I'm gonna kick your fucking ass. And he's like, wow, he like really like got a reality check. Like, wow, I really didn't realize, how life was. He's like, I've been in the world, and everybody's kissing my ass, and I got money and a record contract. He's like, when I went back home, they like fucking really brought me back down to earth. Like, what the fuck is that you got on your fucking fingers?
I mean, rich people are very honest.
Yeah,
they're very honest, and they're rude too.
Yeah. And he was like, oh, he's like, I had to leave the pub right away. He's like, I'm going home. All right, bye guys. But I just thought it was fucking hilarious. He said, he's like, the way he said in the documentary was like, what the fuck is that you got on your motherfucking fingers, you fucking queer?
Yeah, people assume that guys who paint their nails are queer. Not always the case.
Yeah, he was like, holy shit, these guys are gonna fuck me up. But it was the same thing with like Robert Smith from The Cure. Same thing. He had been like all over the world and thought that, I'm Robert Smith from The Cure. They get so full of themselves, and they go back to their hometown, and when they get back with the working folk, the factory folk, they go in there with their lipstick or whatever, and he's like, oh, what the fuck's that you got on your face? I'll fucking kick your face and get that fuck
You're doing a very good British accent.
Yeah.
I might add.
Yeah, and then they like realize where they're at. They're like, oh shit, okay. I forgot that doesn't fly here.
Yeah, you should do a Cockney accent.
Yeah. I was gonna start doing a Grinch too. Yeah. I think the Grinch is kind of like an English accent.
I mean, the Grinch is pretty cool.
Accents. Dick Van Dyke has less than 24 hours to go till he hits 100. I hope
we should do a countdown.
13 hours to go till he hits 100.
Please don't take him away.
I wish I had known that. I didn't keep track of it. I would have probably did like a little stream where it's like, let's count down the last hour.
Yeah, his birthday's Sunday. His birthday's Sunday. So, and it's Saturday now where I am.
I mean, I was talking about it on my stream the other day. I was talking about Dick Van Dyke's going to make it to 100, and Fred came on my stream. He's like, why do you care so much?
Well, I root for anybody to make 100. I wanted.
I was like, because I do. I go with the
I wanted Betty White. I wanted George Burns back in the day. I wanted what's her name from Lost in Space, who we just lost recently. She didn't make it either.
Yeah, I was like, when someone makes it to 100, it's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
I was watching a video on YouTube where they were talking about someone who had, I think he was like 112 or 113 years old.
Yeah.
I forget. They were talking to this man who was 112, 113. And when they started talking to him, he was like sharp as a whip. He was still getting up and walking every day.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God, this guy's like 113. And he's still talking about stuff that he wants to do in the future. I'm like, oh, dude, you're 113, man. Every day you wake up, you should be happy. But he was still like,
it's amazing. He looked
good for his age. I'm like going, damn, man, you look better than me. I'm 53 and you're 113.
I mean, it's
make
just
it to
amazing.
100. Every day you wake up,
Yeah.
you're good for your age, in my opinion. I don't care what you
Yeah.
look like.
You make it to
Yeah.
100 every day you wake up. It's like, fuck, dude, you've been blessed every day you wake up after 100.
I
But
mean,
but
it's
you know what?
amazing how long it lasts.
But we're going by today's standards because I can guarantee you probably like about 60, 70, 80 years ago, people lived to that age with no problem, probably.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just that nowadays with all the
No, they didn't.
preservatives and
I
everything.
lost my oldest. I don't know if any of my grandparents made it to 70.
Mm-hmm.
They
Well,
they
yeah, it's
didn't.
good.
They didn't live that
Uh-huh.
long. There's so many drugs and stuff to
Yeah,
they all
yeah.
died of a heart attack or cancer, and you don't die of cancer that often anymore. You don't die of heart attacks
Uh,
hardly at all anymore. You know,
I
Yeah, I
was watching a
mean,
video the
it's
other
true.
day. I was watching a video the other day, Tim, where they were talking about how like how people, and I know we've discussed this before because I'm like a stickler for age right now, especially since I turned 53 and I'm about to be 54. That they were showing how people my age, you know uh did not, what's the best way to put it? They were saying that we do not they were saying that at this age nowadays in society we do not look the age that we used to be. It's like they were saying like 50-year-olds do not look like 50-year-olds anymore.
no, no.
They were saying they look like they're 40 or 30. They're saying it's like, and they were trying to see, well, what was the difference, what changed? And a lot of people put in the comments like preservatives.
That's what I
Yeah.
think. I honestly think that. I honestly
Yeah.
think that because
Uh-huh.
I mean, my grandfather only lived a couple years older than I am right
Uh-huh.
now, and he looked like an old man. And
Yeah,
I
I
don't
was like,
think I look like an old man.
I would
I
pull
don't
it up
know.
right now, but I don't know what video it was, but I would pull it up. But they were showing like videos that had to do with like movies, and they were showing like Sean Connery at 33, and they were showing John Wayne at like 30, and they were showing like all these different movie stars as a comparison when they were like in their 30s or like 35, and how they looked like they were like 50 back then. At like 30, they looked like they were 50. And they were showing today's like movie stars, like they were showing like Brad Pitt, Paul Rudd, and how they're in their 50s and they look like they're in their
Yeah.
30s. And they're like saying, well, what the fuck happened? What changed? What caused this to happen that like
Well,
we look younger now?
Tom Cruise is still doing action movies, and he's older than me. I mean,
Exactly. you know Me, I'm 53 and I could not even think. It's like even if they came and offered me $20 million, I said, you know what, Dusty, we're gonna give you $20 million. We're gonna do this action film where you're gonna be on set and we're gonna do this over the next year, blah, blah, blah. I'd be like, are you fucking crazy? There's no way I could fucking do it. Even for $20 million. You're gonna make me jump and do this? Fuck no, man. It's like I have enough of a problem like getting up, going to work, coming home, going to my refrigerator, going to my stove, coming to my
yeah.
couch. It's like, nah, dude, I can't see it.
A lot of people exercise now, and people didn't used
Uh-huh.
to exercise. I'm sorry, they didn't.
Yeah.
Exercise
Uh-huh.
for adults is a fairly recent thing. The last like 30 or 40 years at the most.
True.
People didn't exercise before that. They would pretend they might have a home gym where a woman sat on that thing with the little wooden balls that rolled around and tried to flatten her butt or something, and that's what they called exercise. But people didn't exercise. They just didn't. City people got more than country people, maybe because they didn't have cars and walked everywhere, so they at least got some. But people didn't. I mean, people in small towns like me, like my grandparents, never walked more than 10 feet. They walked out to the car. It's as far as they ever walked. They didn't get any exercise, and that's part of it, I think.
Joanne said, I used to think that being in your 50s was old. That changed. My grandparents lived past 90. See, same thing here. I mean, now that I'm 50, I really don't think that 50 is that old. I'm kind of like, what? I had an uncle pass away in his 50s from lung cancer and cirrhosis of the liver. Looked way older than he did. Like people, I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but when I tell people how old I am, people really do not believe that I'm that old. I'm like, I'm 53. And people are like, no. I'm like, no, I'm 53. Farmer's got a lot of exercise,
Well, yeah, I mean, some people, but.
And sometimes I feel ancient. And people are like, it's like, it really trips me out when people say, you're only 53. They're like, Jesus, you're only, I'm like, only 53. I'm like, how much longer do you think I have? Like 20 years if I'm like really lucky. It's like, well, you're only 53. You're only 53. It trips me out, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm being negative and being, what's the word for it? Like negative and, just plain negative, I guess would be the word. So I don't know. Like Lisa's like, what? Lisa, you're 43. Okay, Lisa's probably pooping. Never mind.
Or she fell asleep.
She's on. Yeah, I'm 43. Yeah.
BTS.
BTS.
That's
43. Yeah. But yeah, it's just like sometimes I think about that. I'm just like, damn. Like when I was 43, I went out and I hate telling the story, but I got a girlfriend who was way younger. She was like 26, 27. And I think that was my midlife crisis. But she had always told me, she was like, when I met you 43, so I really thought you were in your 30s. I thought you were like 33 or so. So I mean, I don't know, but maybe people just aren't aging the way they used to. I don't know.
No. And some people, I mean, I haven't told you guys who, and I told you I have a way big internet crush now. I've had it for a long time. And this woman's in her early 50s, and she could be 30. I mean, it's like,
really?
Oh my God. She's just drop dead gorgeous. And it's like, how do some people do that? It's like, wow. I don't know. But
I wonder if it's natural evolution right now, like Tim, because like when I look at you, Tim, I don't think that you're the age that you are. To me, you look like you're early 50s.
Oh.
Late 40s, early 50s to me.
I'm
Yeah. So to me, it's like, so I think it's just like, I think it's just something that's, maybe it's an evolution thing. I don't know. Like me, I'm 53, and a lot of people say, no, you look like you're in your early 40s, like late 30s. And Lisa, she looks like she's in like her early 70s. But I'm like, we can poke at her because she's not here. Mo, Lisa, there you go. Because she's probably like arguing with her mom or some shit. She's gonna come back like, Mama.
Her parents are asleep by now. It's
Thank God, no. 218, her parents are still awake. I guarantee you.
Really?
Those they never sleep. There's been times I've talked to her at this time, and her mom's like, God, Lisa. I'm like, what's going on over there, man? Tell her to go the fuck to bed. She doesn't want to. I'm like, tell her to go the fuck to bed, man. What the fuck? Yeah, but yeah. So yeah, that's. I mean, yeah. When I was like I said, it's like I've been told they think I'm a lot younger than I am, but But then again, I mean, it's like it goes either way, so it's not like it's consistent. Because I've seen like some young people who look way older, but then I've seen like old people who look way younger.
Certain drugs will age you so quick.
Yeah, but some of the videos I've seen though, Tim, of like when they show like they show Carol O'Connor, they're like, oh, when he played, Archie, he was this old. You're like, fuck, he's younger than me when he played fucking Archie Bunker.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't 50 yet, I don't think, when he started that show. It's probably about 45 when he started that show.
Yeah, or they show you like Sherman Hemsley when he started playing like he started playing his character on the Jeffersons, and you're like, oh, they're like, oh, he was 49 or he was 48, and you're like, what? He was younger than me when he started playing. He seems so much older. You know what I mean? It's just it's I find it remarkable, how much older people look now. Or the one that really freaking tripped me out was Red Fox, Fred Sanford. He was only 47 years old when he started playing fucking Fred Sanford. I was like, 47? I'm like, you're telling me I'm like almost 10 years older than him when he started playing Fred Sanford? I'm like, what the fuck? And they said, no makeup. No hair dyes, no hair powder, nothing. That's just how he looked at 47 years old. I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
But
that is freaking crazy.
But no makeup. But he did. I mean, he couldn't grow a beard, and he grew that scruffy beard, and that helped. That kind of stuff helps.
Yeah.
Age you. If he would have clean shaved and all of that stuff, he'd look younger. But So.
But if you think about it, Dwayne, these people eat ill. I mean, I don't want to sound racist or stereotypical. My mother had always told me, it was like funny because, now that I'm older, I'm like, that's so stupid. My mom said that. My mom's like, have you ever seen a fat Oriental? I'd be like, oh, what are you talking about? So you ever seen a fat Asian? You ever seen I was like, well, now I have. Now I've seen fat Asians. But but it's true. It's like she would always say, well, Japanese people and Asian people, they eat very, very healthy. They eat fish and rice and vegetables and da-da-da. That's the reason why they live so long.
Yeah.
They have certain diets that they bring with them from the, the old country. And I'd be like, really? Well, okay. How, Lisa? Lisa, you eat a lot of fish, huh? Yes, I do. I eat a lot of fish. Okay.
They ride bikes everywhere. And
you eat a lot of fish, huh, Lisa? Now I eat a lot of In-N-Out burger. Okay. Look, oh, there she goes. Go, Lisa, you eat a lot of fish?
I know. One time some random person called my dad. He's this Indian dude. And my dad was like, what do you want? And my dad goes, I don't have anything for you. And he hung up.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You know how you get those random people who call you
Okay.
and they get pissed off when you call them out on their scams?
Okay. No, what we were talking about, Lisa, is we were talking about how Asian people may actually have something in their diet that correlates to their longevity.
Yeah, it keeps them young. Yeah, I know.
So that's what we're talking about. So I don't know, so that's what we were saying. Like, we were like, okay, well, Lisa, I eat a lot of fish. I eat a lot of rice. I eat a lot of.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go in the gallery. I think I'm trying to doze off.
Well, I'm going to go off right now anyway. It's we were here for 3 hours.
It's 23 after 5 or something like that. Yeah, I should probably go to bed.
Yeah, I think it's time to go off and go to bed. So, all right then. Well, it's been fun, everybody. It's been fine, Dwayne, Zab. It's been fun. Lisa, go eat some rice.
Yes, I will. Thank you. I love you all.
All right.
And be careful if you see that guy whose picture we saw in the newscast. Be careful of him. He looks
be careful. He might steal my dumpling.
You never know. Be careful. Be careful.
All right.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.